Almost turned over. It came right back onto the stick of Novak in the slump. Brazeau scores! A power play goal for Justin Brazeau, and Pittsburgh out to the early lead.
After video review, the play was deemed to be offside. Therefore, we have no goal.
All right, take it off the board. It was a quick review, and they get the call. 999 career points as the Oilers go to work on the power play. The third-ranked power play in the NHL. Draisaitl off the post. Down low.
Good
off
stick.
The handle.
Good stick by Acciari right there.
Bouchard straight away. McDavid, wrister, glove save by Skinner. He'll hang on. Face-off win for Edmonton. Bouchard, Draisaitl, Bouchard, and Draisaitl again. Now it's McDavid, fed it to the front, and they score! Leon Draisaitl gets the secondary assist for his 1,000th point in the National Hockey League.
Wrister, one-time clapper, not really a big slapper, but here's a give and go there with Bouchard, and then he's going to play it to the slot because there's going to be an open seam. And this was a broken play because it went off the defenseman's leg and right to Hyman. And Hyman, as you can see, right off the shin pad there of Riley Shea, and then right to him, and it hits the left pad and then underneath of Skinner and into the net. And 1,000 for Leon Draisaitl. Congratulations.
And a round of applause from the crowd here in Pittsburgh for Draisaitl, first German-born player to ever reach that mark. He's got a Hart Trophy. He's got
Edmonton goal, his 8th on the season, scored by number 18, Zach.
Power play continues here for the Oilers, and so Draisaitl and McDavid stay on the ice, and look at him go! McDavid scores!
Power play goal, 11:38.
Connor McDavid just blows by the Penguins and puts it past Skinner.
What a burst of speed. Bouchard waits, buys some time now. Once the puck goes to Draisaitl, a little handoff right there, and there's no way to stop this right here. And he goes forehand, fakes it right here. He's got good balance, forehand, backhand, freezes the goaltender. And just an easy little tap in here as we take a look at full speed here. And the elusivity there. He looked like he was losing his balance on the one hip right about there. And then he gets the skates going 10.
Resulting in 2 power play goals for the Oilers. Here's Draisaitl across. This one loaded up. Podkolzin, a rebound backhanded to the net for Draisaitl, still hanging around the goal. Podkolzin kept it moving, and it's McDavid racing the other way. Only Wotherspoon back, 3 Oilers on the rush. McDavid, Nugent-Hopkins, McDavid again, and it's swallowed up by Stuart Skinner. And he's got 2 points already here in the first period. This one flipped right off the linesman. It came to Matt. The backhand gets that rebound and score! Gets a late one back for Pittsburgh. Well, the officials are in play.
Yeah, and from the draw, won by Edmonton. Regula just tries a split bite right there. And it did hit. Did that hit the official beforehand? And then come right back to him. Regula thinks he can hoist it over everybody else. That's the old playoff recipe right there. Get the puck, don't go along the ice, flip it over everybody else, and sure enough, there's
Podkolzin reaching for it. This one set behind the net, taken by Darnell Nurse. He turned right into Hayes. 5 seconds to go, centering pass, and Mantha couldn't get it off his stick cleanly.
Curled back in with some speed.
Look at the pass on for Emberson. A wrister to the front, squirts loose, and a rebound. Skinner got there on echo.
The family's done a heck of a job developing these boys.
Here is Quinn Hutson with a shot. That one was redirected away by Erik Karlsson. Now there's another one coming too. Cole scores! That's Savoy as it sneaks right through Stuart Skinner. And the lead is 3-1 for the Oilers.
I mean, the Penguins completely on their heels and sorting things out. And here, Frederick does a good job of boxing out a little bit. Regula plays it over to the far side. It looked here like Savoy was not going to shoot the puck. He kind of looked it off, and obviously Stuart Skinner went one way, didn't have the stick on the ice, and it sneaks underneath him. I mean, this is one that goaltenders, you know, your focus is on the puck only. You can't anticipate what might happen. Stay square to the shooter.
Snap down for Rust. Chased after by Podkolzin. Rust whiffed on a pass. He regathered. Got it to Karlsson. Rust, goal line. Raquel across. Crosby double clutch. Karlsson one-timer. He scores! The Pittsburgh power play strikes again. Sidney Crosby inches closer to Mario as the Penguins inch closer to the Oilers.
Crosby, with Mario Lemieux in attendance, gets the helper right here. Goal line to goal line. It was a hard one for him to handle. He waited for it, played it to the right-hander, and Karlsson gets a lot on this one here. There's about a 92-mile-an-hour slapper that slides through Tristan Jarry, and Mario knows that it is.
Across, deflected, McDavid shut off by Skinner. Up with it, McDavid. Here's Bouchard closing in. Wade shoots, scores! Evan Bouchard with a wrist shot past Stuart Skinner. A power play goal for the Oilers, and the two-goal lead is back again.
And this comes right on the heels of an excellent save by Skinner, moving over to his right. Shot at about 68 miles an hour. Here's a save we're talking about. McDavid coming in from behind, and a good blocker save there by the goaltender Stuart Skinner, his old teammate. And then there, little hitch in his stride right there. Looked like he was going to play it back to his right. He kind of repositioned himself and just a wrister high to the blocker and beats Skinner.
Here comes McDavid. Makes the pass. He wanted to get it through for Nugent Hopkins.
Oh, good job by Letang. Go to the middle of the ice.
Oh, and it's in his legs. Where is it? It's underneath. This one deflected down. And it's a chance for Karlsson from a sharp angle. That was stopped by Jarry. A turnaround try.
And they want to win it for that goaltender.
For the opportunity for Pittsburgh. Karlsson for Rust. Rust to the goal line. Raquel jams it on net. Shut off by Jarry and cleared. Came around to the front, and that shot was blocked by St. Ivany. Stretched on for Mantha. Got through. Rolling puck on the backhand save by Jarry.
And Sidney Crosby has scored on 167 goalies in his NHL career.
Here's Draisaitl closing in. Draisaitl off the skate was there for Podkolzin, and he scores. On his 1,000th point night, it's a 4-point night for Leon Draisaitl as Podkolzin makes it 5-2.
Who wouldn't get chances with big Leon manning the middle of the ice? And here as he gets it over the line. The first pass, though, was stopped. And that's why the momentum went all the way to the right on your screen, because obviously Skinner has no chance on this. He thinks it's going over to his left.
Mantha for Rust, down to Crosby. Sidney Crosby off the post. He tried to catch Jarry leaning, almost had him. This one tipped off the apron. Down goes Rust. No call on that. Puck around the boards. Karlsson tipped in tight. They score! Brian Rust cleans it up. And Pittsburgh within two yet again. And still 3:09 to go.
Take advantage of that. Rust now has 12 goals on the year and 28 points. And here's the play, half slapper there by Karlsson to the high slot. Mantha with a Sedin-like redirection right there. There's the play in which I thought the Oilers were going to be able to get it out, but it's kept in. Shot, tip, rebound, and Rust is right there on the backhander. As you can see, Emberson doesn't quite see where Rust is behind him. And no way for Crosby to handle that, the heat that he had on it. He's right in the skates.
Letang trying to fight through. He was stripped by Hyman. Here's McDavid into an empty net. Connor McDavid hits the 20-goal mark with his 4th point of the night. And Edmonton puts this one away.
Handcuffs him a little bit. And then on the empty net, here goes Connor McDavid, all-world elite player since that point. The rush game, the attack game, the slot passes, everything about their game has been amped up. But I think they're going to get a big charge here out of Tristan Jarry, and the way he handles the puck and the way he competes in that net.
And the Penguins scored here. Danton Heinen with 13.4 left. Puts up the 4th goal against Jarry, and his return to Pittsburgh.
Don't go away into the night without any spirit, and you see the play gets carried into the zone, and boy, it's completely uncontested.
Well, we saw one milestone tonight. That was the 1,000th point of Leon Draisaitl. We didn't see the other. as Sidney Crosby remains one behind Mario, but it's a 6-4 win.
This is Rogers Game Night on the Oilers Radio Network.
Yeah, that's the way that we always have success is when you have set plays and you have set positions and stuff, and but when things break down, that's usually when we take advantage. And I think if anything, we can still put more pucks on net and then kind of play off those rebounds and just find the open guy and make the play that's available.
Wow, that's a crazy concept. It's never been discussed on this broadcast. Welcome back, everybody. It is Bob Stauffer along with Rob Brown, and we are in a Rogers Game Night. Rob, the Oilers and the Boston Bruins tonight in a stiffer challenge defensively. Oilers playing a more physical, tougher team. But also, they got to get some guys going, including a guy who's singing the sort of homecoming song tonight, Trent Frederick. He's actually going to start the game, at least for the opening shift, along with Leon Draisaitl and Vasily Podkolzin. A nice touch there from the Oilers.
It is a very good touch, and that's the way it used to be in old school hockey. Players never sat out in their hometowns or where they used to play, and you always would start in the lineup. They need something. They need a spark out of Trent Frederick. I mean, this is a guy that went from the beginning of the season playing with Connor and Leon to tonight supposedly playing with Jones and Hutson. So this is not the season that Frederick wanted. It's not the season that he'd want to have coming into this first game against the Boston Bruins. So maybe this is a jump start for him going forward, because we have not seen the Trent Frederick that he expected or this team had expected.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $29.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
Looking for top-notch dry cleaning? Holyrood Dry Cleaners in Edmonton has been family-owned for over 15 years. They're experts in tailoring, wedding gown cleaning, and leather and suede care. From coveralls to curtains to jeans and jerseys, they do it all. Enjoy the convenience of free pickup and delivery, as well as corporate discounts. Trust Holyrood Dry Cleaners for quality service that's been a local favorite for decades. Let them show you the best in town. Visit them at 9024 75th Street. Holyrood Dry Cleaners, where experience meets exceptional care.
OilCountry, the ultimate Oilers watch party, happens all season long. Attend Molson Canadian Oilers Game Day live throughout the season for your chance to win 2026-27 Edmonton Oilers season seats. Be there for the next Game Day live flight night for your chance to win a trip for two to watch the Oilers play in Vancouver. Join us on December 20th at Sherlock Holmes Pub North for the full event schedule and to RSVP to the ultimate Oilers watch party. Visit OilersGameDayLive.com.
In OilCountry, winning on the ice goes hand in hand with winning off the ice. With the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50 presented by Rogers, winning can mean both a life changed and a life saved. Because every ticket purchase helps more kids, more families, and more communities in need than ever before. And with the largest jackpots in all of sports, you could become Alberta's next millionaire. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com, because when you play, all of OilCountry wins.
AGLC license number 744517.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $29.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca. Heard of Uline? You know, the have-it-all in-stock, ready-to-deliver shipping and industrial supply specialists. The company that does things for you that are unheard of, like keeping 41,000 items in stock in our own warehouses. With customer service reps on the line to get you what you need, when you need it, 24/7, 365, every time. Maybe you heard it here first. Want to hear more? Visit uline.ca. ULINE, your shipping and industrial supply specialists.
Find more ways to save at Real Canadian Superstore. Unlock savings through always low-priced items, multi-save, club size, fresh promise, hit of the month offers, ad match, and more. Find everything you need, from grocery staples, fresh produce, prepared meals, and multicultural assortments to clothing, home, entertainment, health, and beauty. Plus, PC Optimum members save more. Open the PC Optimum app to load exclusive super coupons and weekly points offers. Real Canadian Superstore. Proudly Canadian. See weekly flyer for details.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. Big skies, rugged landscapes. Now that's Alberta in a nutshell. And if you're looking for an SUV that can keep up with this place, check out the Ford Bronco. Built for those who crave adventure, with serious off-road capability and style to spare. Whether you're hitting the mountain trails or exploring the back roads, it's the perfect ride for those who want to experience everything this province has to offer. The Ford Bronco. Adventure awaits at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PB sent you.
During every Oilers game day, the Canadian Brewhouse is your hockey headquarters. Cheer on the blue and orange, surrounded by fans as passionate as you are, while sipping $1 off tankards of Molson Canadian and Coors Light. And that's not all. Every game day, you can enter to win Oilers home game tickets. So grab your crew, grab a seat, and make the Canadian Brewhouse your go-to spot this hockey season. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Cybersecurity is not just IT, it's a business issue. One breach can halt operations and permanently damage trust. Business leaders choose AltTech because they understand the stakes. Their specialists design cyber-first IT systems that protect productivity, safeguard data, and support growth. From construction to nonprofits, Canadian organizations rely on AltTech to stay resilient in a digital-first world. Secure operations, strong reputation, sustainable growth. That is AltTech. Visit altech.ca. That's ALT-TECH.ca.
Bloom Benefits offers amazing coverage that even the toughest hockey players can get behind. With excellent coverage, they offer things like massage. You want to go? Counseling services. Let's go. Dental coverage. That was not offside. And eye exams. With custom health coverage for any group of any size, Bloom Benefits make every team better, stronger, and healthier. Plans start from just $54 a month. Rethink your benefits today at bloombenefits.ca.
This is OilCountry. McDavid, now, with the call of tonight's exclusive NHL broadcast, Bob Stauffer and Cam Moon on the Oilers Radio Network.
The Oilers, the Bruins, here at TD Garden in Boston. Good evening, Cam Moon, along with Bob Stauffer, Brendan Escott, Jack Michaels, Rob Brown, Aidan Gannam. We are the Oilers Radio Network. The starting lineup brought to you by Coventry Homes. Building a home or a championship team, it happens one shift, one brick at a time. Coventry Homes, never done building, proudly celebrating 50 years. For the Oilers up front, Leon Draisaitl with Vasily Podkolzin and Trent Frederick, Matthias Ekholm and Evan Bouchard on defense, Tristan Jarry in goal. For the Bruins, Elias Lindholm with Morgan Geekie and David Pasternak on defense, Hampus Lindholm and Andrew Peeke in goal. It's Jeremy Swayman. Bob, the Ford keys to the game.
Well, for me, Edmonton's got to play within themselves, not turn pucks over early. They've had success here, creating some opportunities, and they've had good starts in Toronto and in Pittsburgh. That needs to continue tonight. That's brought to you by Ford. Ready, set, Ford.
Our referees, Peter McDougall and Mitch Dunning, David Brisbois and Steve Barton. They're on the lines. We've dropped the puck. We're underway here at the TD Garden. It's inside the Edmonton zone. It's Bouchard with it. Third and defenseman scoring coming into tonight's action. Through the middle, his pass goes off a skate. Frederick has his stick lifted, but the Oilers are offside at the Bruins blue line. 15 seconds in.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, we've not seen a lot of Morgan Geekie, and this guy, he's going. Like, he's become
second in goals.
Become a star in the league. Going to be, obviously, when you play with Pasternak, he's going to create opportunities, and that's what he's done. And the Oilers, McDavid and Draisaitl are a major heater. Connor's a couple points behind McKinnon for top scorer. Draisaitl's now fourth in the league in scoring.
7 straight games for McDavid with points as it goes into the Bruins zone. Peek over to Hampus Lindholm around the left wing boards and down the ice. It'll be icing as this game's still trying to find its footing. 26 seconds in.
Now, it was beautiful here in Boston, but they really worry about the ice. This is as cold of a press box, and I know people back in Edmonton don't need to hear about the cold, but we'll see whether or not the ice is improved to help make them a little quicker team. That's where I'm going with this.
Face off to the right of Swayman, second in wins in the NHL with 14. He had 20 saves and a 4-1 win versus Utah on Tuesday. And the puck along the boards inside the Boston zone. Hampus Lindholm in behind his net, up the left wing to Geekie, cross ice to Peeke. Peeke on the right wing at center will shoot it in. Goes off a stick up to the line where Lindholm had kept it in. He's looking to get it to Geekie. Hits something on the boards. Goes into the left wing corner. And Ekholm will go in behind the Edmonton net. Across to Bouchard. Back to Ekholm. Ekholm slowly up to the Edmonton line. Gets to center. Drills it in off the glass. And the puck rims on the left. Top of the circle. McAvoy's got it for Boston. They'll bounce it out to center ice. Nurse one-hands it up the left wing to McDavid, and McDavid will shoot it in. Swayman unable to slow it down. It rims and through the middle. Zacco get it out to center. Now on the right to Husnudinov, and Husnudinov will dump the puck in. Left side, Middlestad to Husnudinov to Middlestad. A shot and a stick save made by Jari. Top of the circle, Husnudinov to Zadorov. Left wing, Middlestad. Middlestad up left side, will cycle it in behind the net. Husnudinov, top of the circle in the Edmonton zone, into the corner for Zacha. He'll go in behind the net. A centering pass off a skate, goes right to Jari. He'll glove it and hold on. Minute 46 gone here in a scoreless first.
Spencer Stastny over on the right side. He's a left shot due to the illness with Regula. He did tell me that he's played a fair amount of right defense in the minors with Nashville's organization.
He was up to 18 minutes plus last game for Stastny. That 6-4 win in Pittsburgh. Tristan Jarry made 26 saves. And the face-off to his left. And the puck on the right wing point. Soderstrom, a shot, saved by Jarry. Acemont was looking for the redirection. I don't think he touched it.
Acemont's a very physical player. Had a big game here a couple of years ago. He's dropped a bit off the face-off circle on this trip. Lost another.
Soderstrom on the right wing point. Got it to the corner. It's pushed up to the top of the circle where Henrique will get it out on the right wing to Janmark into the Boston zone. Stops on the right side. Plays it in behind the net. Mangiapane goes to the left wing corner. In there with Minton. It's in their skates. Jammed free. Henrique to Mangiapane. Rims to the right wing point. Emberson for Janmark. And he's got it on the right side. The Boston zone behind the net to Henrique. To the left wing point to Stillman. Riley Stillman making his Oilers debut up from Bakersfield. Puck on the right wing. Steves for Boston. Around on the left, too far for Lori. And Henrique kept it in just to the top of the circle, though. And Minton will get it to center ice. Flip it in. Minton after it in the right wing corner. Just to the top of the circle where Tanner Jeannot for Kastelik on the right side. Jeannot now to the point, but he missed Peak with it. It's going to go all the way down the ice. It's about 3 minutes gone here in a scoreless first. Hampus Lindholm up the left wing, off his stick, goes right towards Jari. He'll have to cover it as Jeannot was in there, and he shoves a little bit with Nurse after the whistle. There'll be a face-off in the Edmonton end.
Well, Tanner Jeannot coming over after an uninspiring season with the LA Kings last year where he had some injuries, but they got Kastelik and Jeannot on the ice here. These two guys know how to chuck them.
Yeah.
And Nurse needs to play a lot of minutes. Tonight, he can't take a fight with one of those guys.
Face off to the right of Jari. Quinn Hutson will take the draw for Edmonton. Puck goes to the top of the circle. Pete kept it in, got it to the middle, and Kastelik unable to get a shot. The puck goes to the right wing. Jeannot to the blue line to Peak. He'll let it go. That gets blocked. It's at the right wing point. Peak down the boards, and it is cleared out by Max Jones of the Oilers. Hampus Lindholm will go in behind his net for Boston, across to Peak. The right wing, Pasternak down that right side into the Oiler end. Gets bumped by Ekholm. Puck behind the net. Bouchard up the right wing to the line. Savoy there too. It does come out, and it's at center. Savoy goes cross ice to Draisaitl. Into the middle. Now to the left wing. Draisaitl across the line. Ekholm on the right wing point. With Geekie on him. Had to play the puck into the corner. Zadorov will get it out. Left wing to Morgan Geekie. The stick gets smacked by Draisaitl, and it goes behind the Edmonton net. Stillman on the left. Up to the line where McAvoy kept it in. Podkolzin can get it out on the right wing to Draisaitl. 4 assists last game in Pittsburgh. on the left wing to Podkolzin, centering it, and that goes off of Savoy. He was tied up in front of the net. Geeky can get it out. Through the middle to Husnudinov. He'll shoot it in. Jari will stop it behind the goal. 4.5 gone here to scoreless first as the Oilers take on the Bruins. Up the left wing is McDavid. 2 goals, 2 assists for him in Pittsburgh. He'll get the puck to the line. Got checked right at the line, though. And through the middle. Mittelstadt into the Oiler end. Over to the left wing corner. Pass to the middle. Off a stick. Goes up into the air. Right to McDavid. McDavid gets away from Mittelstadt. Now to center. Down the right side. Over the line. His pass off of Hampus Lindholm. It's in behind the Bruins net. Lindholm on the left for Zacha. And he'll come out to center ice. Looks like a 4-on-2. Left wing to Mittelstadt. Cross ice. Getting his stick on it was Hyman. It goes to the glove of Jari. He'll squeeze it and hold on.
Excellent work back to the puck there by Zach Hyman. One of the defenders that's historically done a pretty good job against Connor McDavid, as you know, has been Hampus Lindholm. He's had some success with him when he's back to his time in Anaheim.
Guessing he'll be on the ice a fair bit tonight.
Absolutely.
Puck goes to Stillman off the draw on the Edmonton end. Off the left wing, boards to Mangiapane. To the middle of the ice to Emberson. Now on the right for Henrico. Shoot it towards the net. And a save made by Swayman. He holds on to that.
Oilers have
first Oilers shot.
They've tended to work into games against Boston. Now the Bruins had a really good team for a number of years and then a bit of a drop-off. And they seemingly have got a bit of their identity back here. Of course, their new head coach, Marco Sturm, longtime NHLer, was in the LA organization for several years.
They've been going good lately,
hey?
They're going good. 5 of 6. Puck back to the line. Emberson shot off a stick. Goes to the left wing. And now up to the line was Kastelik. Just got it out. Drilled back in by Stillman. And Mangiapane to it in the right wing corner. Hit by Soderstrom. Puck to the top of the circle. Henrique couldn't keep it in. Kastelik will get it out. The middle of the ice for Corrali. And Corrali now down the left wing into the Oilers zone. To the left wing corner. On the boards to the point. There's nobody there for the Bruins. Mangiapane made sure it cleared. McAvoy for Corrali will shoot it in. Stick save made by Jari. And on the right wing, Stillman. Through the middle, finds Ekholm, comes into the Bruins end, puts it on net. Save made by Swayman. He'll cover it. And there'll be a face-off in the Bruins zone. We're going to take a break. 6 minutes, 6 seconds gone here to scoreless first as Edmonton taking on the Boston Bruins from the TD Garden. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
For top-notch dry cleaning, Holyrood Dry Cleaners in Edmonton has been family-owned for over 15 years. They're experts in tailoring, wedding gown cleaning, and leather and suede care. From coveralls to curtains to jeans and jerseys, they do it all. Enjoy the convenience of free pickup and delivery as well as corporate discounts. Trust Holyrood Dry Cleaners for quality service that's been a local favorite for decades. Let them show you the best in town. Visit them at 9024 75th Street. Holyrood Dry Cleaners, where experience meets exceptional care.
At Brent, our job description is whatever you need to succeed. Expert support, parts when you need them, and financing that fits on the compact construction machines you want. Equipment, expertise, value, delivered right to your door. We do it right at your site. Call your Brent dealer to book your demo today.
As the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers, MIC ensures precision in every shot. And if you need medical imaging attention, you can count on MIC to get you back in the game. Whether it's a classic wrist shot, that is, X-ray, soft tissue scan, or advanced imaging, MIC provides timely and expert diagnosis. So go where the pros go and book an appointment at any of their 15 convenient Edmonton and area locations. Learn more at mic.ca.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at TD Garden, Oilers and Bruins scoreless. Tribute video to Trent Frederick on the video scoreboard. The Oilers Holidays in OilCountry 50-50 presented by Rogers. Now live. Play now for a chance to win early bird prizes, including 20 pairs of Oilers tickets and 2 PCL Lowe's tickets to see Hardy at Rogers Place in February. Get your tickets at EdmontonOilers.com/5050 for more chances to win.
Trent Frederick had 14 stitches from a puck that bit him in practice. He got the stitches out today, Cam.
Good to know. Into the right wing corner. Podkolzin in the Bruins zone to Draisaitl towards the net. That goes wide, off the boards and out. And Geeky cross ice, but there was Draisaitl for the Oilers. His pass hits a stick. Bouchard to Draisaitl. Tried to go through the middle. It went off of Elias Lindholm, and the puck in the neutral zone. To the skates of Podkolzin. On the left to Savoy. Got the puck into the Boston end. Hampus Lindholm. Over to Pasternak. Up the left wing boards for Geeky. Can't get it out. Bouchard keeps it in. Chops it into the right wing corner. Hampus Lindholm out of the corner. Through the middle of the ice for the Bruins. We're scoreless 7 minutes into the first period. Lindholm to the Edmonton line. Across to Elias Lindholm. Goes to the right wing corner. Taken off of it by Ekholm. Loose puck to Jones. Jones off the boards and out with it. Lowry at center. It's Pasternak only flipped it to the Edmonton line. Stillman comes into the Bruins zone to the left wing corner in front of the net, and that goes off of the netminder back to the line, and Emerson's stick cratered, and out to center ice. It's Minton. The shot put it over the Edmonton net, and it's covered by Jarry. Puck goes to Emerson on the point. His stick craters, and Minton gets a break.
Emerson did about as good a job as you can do without your stick to get back in the play there. Like, he literally raced back like the house was on fire and he had the last bucket of water, and did a pretty good job forcing Minton on the play.
And Minton misses on the glove side of Jarry. Faceoff will be to his left. McDavid to take the draw.
We've seen McDavid scored a couple beauties in here before. You say that about a lot of arenas.
Yes. Most arenas qualify that way. Nurse through the middle for the Oilers. Over the center ice line, flips it in. It goes right into the glove of Swayman. It'll be a face-off in the Bruins zone. To the left of Swayman.
Every game here starts slow.
It eases into the game.
I wonder, like I joked about the ice, it's so cold in the building that they tried to make, because I think the players have found the ice to be a little slow here.
The right wing corner, Kustadinov up to center ice for Zacha, off the boards and in. Stastny got it up the left wing, and it goes to McDavid. He'll come to center ice, cross ice. On the right to Zach Hyman. Comes into the Bruins zone. Into the right wing corner to McDavid. Up to the top of the circle. And McAvoy just got enough of them to force the puck out of the zone. McDavid, one hands it to Nugent Hopkins. Across to Nurse. He'll come down the left wing. He'll shoot it. Bad save made by Swayman. It was a big rebound. And out to center is Kustadinov. And now he'll take it back into his own end. To Zadorov, and now Peak. Peak over to Zadorov. The left wing, off the stick of Kastelik. So Jarry will come out to play it. Right wing corner to Emberson. Out the right wing boards to Mangiapane. They'll go across to Stillman on the left wing for Janmark, and directs it in. Swayman. Puck to the boards. Oilers get control, though. Henrique to the left wing for Janmark. To the left wing point to Stillman. In behind the net to Henrique. Goes to the right wing point. Emberson's pass off of Henrique. It comes out. Ty Emberson into his own end. Over to Stillman. 9 minutes gone here. Scoreless first. Oilers taking on the Bruins. Left wing for Matthias Janmark. Will shoot it in on the backhand. Swayman to Hampus Lindholm. He's up the left wing. Out through the middle of pass to Janot, just missed him. That'll be icing. Otherwise, he had position on Ekholm and would have had a partial break, but it's icing against the Bruins.
So Tanner Janot had a 24-goal, 130 penalty minute season in 21-22. Then he got moved.
He was in Nashville then.
Got moved about a year later to Tampa Bay in a blockbuster. multiple picks, in which Julian Brisebois had a great quote about the value of late first-round picks and picks overall. They flipped him off to LA. LA didn't re-sign him.
Lindholm to Jeannot, up the left wing. It was off of Minton. Bumped into the linesman.
That looked like that stung the linesman right in front of the Oilers bench.
A good hit. It's Draisaitl to bring it out of the Oiler end. Dishes on the right to Savoy over the line. Savoy to the right wing corner. To the left, looking for Ekholm. And the puck will come free. McAvoy will get it out. And Bouchard on the left wing to center ice for Savoy. Savoy's backhand pass to Draisaitl across to Savoy. Now to Bouchard. Into the Bruins zone to Podkolzin on the right wing. Goes to the right wing corner. Savoy to the left for Draisaitl. Draisaitl near the top of the circle to the line. It does come out, but the Oilers still have control of it. And on the right wing, Savoy fans on his pass, and Geekie will take it into his own end for McAvoy. McAvoy cuts to the middle, gets to center, shoots it in. Behind the Edmonton net, Stastny through the middle. Left wing for Podkolzin. High in the air and into Bruins territory. Hampus Lindholm, tight turn up the left wing. Cross ice, out to center ice for Pasternak. Give it to Peak, and he'll come down that right side into the Oilers zone. Peak to the right wing corner. Behind the net, over to the left wing point. Lindholm for Pasternak in front and just tipped wide. Zacha got his stick on it. It went wide of the net, but not by much. Mittelstadt on the left wing. Was it behind the goal, and the puck goes to Nurse. The left side of Nugent-Hopkins to McDavid, now to Nurse. Into the Bruins zone on the right. Drops it to McDavid. He'll stop to Nugent-Hopkins. His shot, save made by Swayman, and he holds on as Nugent-Hopkins with a good look right in the slot. We'll take a break. 9:02 to go here in a scoreless first. The Oilers take on the Bruins from the TD Garden in Boston. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
In OilCountry, winning on the ice goes hand in hand with winning off the ice. With the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50 presented by Rogers, winning can mean both a life jackpots in all of sports. You could become Alberta's next millionaire. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com, because when you play, all of OilCountry wins.
AGLC license number 744517.
OilCountry, the ultimate Oilers watch party, happens all season long. Attend Molson Canadian Oilers Game Day live throughout the season for your chance to win 2026-27 Edmonton Oilers season seats. Be there for the next Game Day live flight night for your chance to win a trip for two to watch the Oilers play in Vancouver. Join us on December 20th at Sherlock Holmes Pub North for the full event schedule and to RSVP to the ultimate Oilers watch party. Visit OilersGameDayLive.com.
Can an energy provider make you feel carefree? We think so. Because who doesn't like to be surrounded by good energy? Great rates always. Gimmicks never. Perks that reward your loyalty and energy experts who know what's what. Carefree just feels good. Encore by Emcor, your carefree electricity and natural gas provider.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We're here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Oilers and Bruins at zeros. 9:02 to go here in the opening period. Face off in the Bruins zone to the right of the netminder, Jeremy Swayman. As McDavid, Hyman, and Nugent-Hopkins are out there with Nurse and Stastny. Puck to the line. Nurse with a shot just wide of the net. Some traffic in front of it. It goes to the left corner, and McDavid recovers it. Has it left wing. His centering pass off the stick comes in front, and Nugent-Hopkins, before he could get to it, it was poked to the line. Nurse keeps it in. McAvoy goes in behind his net. McDavid took a hit on there and on that play, and the crowd reacts to that as the door off to center ice. He'll shoot it in, hit one of the stanchions, went to the side of the Edmonton goal. Jari on the left wing to Nugent-Hopkins to McDavid out to center ice for Hyman. He'll bump it back to Stastny across to Nurse. Nurse waits at the Edmonton blue line. The Oilers will change the forwards. Nurse steps up to center, went to shoot it in. It hit Mittelstadt. And Mittelstadt will dump it in. Ekholm in behind the Edmonton net. On the right, off the stick of Hutson, goes to the line. Low-rise shot up in the air and gloved by Jari. It'll be a face-off in the Edmonton zone.
Well, Nikita Zadorov was brought in to bring a degree of physicality. Got a good shot in on Connor McDavid. And again, this is a more physical. They got away a little bit from their identity. They used to be the big bad Bruins back in the days, and they used to bully teams. Certainly when they had Zdeno Chara and Milan Lucic, I mean, they had their way with the Vancouver Canucks in the 2011 final. Was it the Rome hit on Nathan Horton that kind of changed that series?
Yeah. Face off to the right of Jari. Puck to the right corner. Bouchard for the Oilers. Through the middle to Mangiapane. Now to Henrique. Gets in over the line, and Minton breaks it up. He will get it out to Eyssimont. Lost it just inside the Edmonton zone. So Bouchard across to Ekholm. Up the left wing. Over to Bouchard. Bouchard still back in Edmonton territory.
Very passive neutral zone from Boston.
Bouchard on the right wing to Henrique, into the Bruins end, to the middle. That gets picked off, and Peak off the right, or Soderstrom off the right wing glass. He got it out. Steves chased after it. The right wing corner of the Edmonton end. Bouchard will rim it. It's not going to get out. Hampus Lindholm, left wing point. Over to Peak on the right. Got caught up in his skates, though, so he was unable to get a shot. Cleared by Henrique. A bouncing puck to Andrew Mangiapane. Mangiapane's by himself, so he'll come out of the zone. Then his pass picked off, and it's Kastelik on the right. A shot, and he sailed it wide on the glove side of Jari. To the point. Lindholm to Corrali on the left. Hutson takes him to the boards. He's unable to get a shot. Stillman on the right wing. Up to Hutson to center ice for Trent Frederick. He got tripped up. Penalty coming up to the Bruins with 6:52 to go in the scoreless first period. And Edmonton will get the first power play of this game.
Well, Frederick draws a call, and Leon Draisaitl gives him a little bit of a tap of the stick there, and it's a guy that's a very effective penalty killer for the Boston Bruins going off. Hampus Lindholm, so Edmonton's lethal power play. Number one in the NHL. At 32.6% goes to work. Boston's penalty killing, 17th in the league at 80.6. Go ahead. Did I get the wrong guy?
Yeah, Kastelik.
47, not 27.
You saw 7.
Yes.
So Mark Kastelik.
I'd say that was a tough call.
Yeah, that's right. It could go either way. Oiler Power Play, presented by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. To the left wing point, Bouchard's pass broken up. McAvoy's going to get it out, maybe a 2-on-1. Lindholm down the left wing, got it to Minton, the shot, and a save made by Jari, or from Corrali off the left side. The save by Jari, and here comes McDavid into the Boston end. To Draisaitl, sets it up on the right wing to McDavid in the corner. Looks in front of the goal. Nugent Hopkins scores! Ryan Nugent Hopkins goes to the front of the net, and he makes it 1-0 Oilers.
So they crossed them up. They've not run that play yet on the power play. We've not seen that play run on a backdoor tap-in from Nugent Hopkins with McDavid back behind the goal. Draisaitl will pick up the second assist. The goal coming at 13:38. And Ryan Nugent Hopkins has got his 8th goal of the season.
Nugent Hopkins goes hard to the front of the net, and McDavid, that was just a perfect pass. Had a small window and took it. And it's 1-0 Edmonton as they are 1-for-1 on the power play.
And he's got an 8-game point scoring streak. 21
and
points.
He's got 8-game point streak. They're 5-for-10 in the last 2 games in a little bit here with the man advantage. Incredible. At center ice, Podkolzin on the right wing. Flips it off the right side and into the Bruins zone. 1-0 Oilers lead on the goal by Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Broken up by Savoy into the right corner for Podkolzin. Now to Draisaitl. To the point, but it does come out. Ekholm wasn't quite to the line. Oilers have to regroup, and it's shot right back in. Hampus Lindholm to Elias Lindholm. Now to Geeky, and Geeky comes into the Oiler end through the middle. A shot off the stick of Nurse. Goes to the left wing. Pasternak, left wing corner. He got tied up. Stastny with a loose puck to Savoy. He will get it out. And it'll roll right to the Boston blue line. So Peak inside his own end. He'll take it in behind the net. Waiting in behind the goal is Peak. It's a hard, long pass on the right wing. And Minton will come in over the line. He got checked. Jones will get it out to Hutson. Makes a nice little move into the Bruins' end. Down the left wing. Lowry trying to steal. He can't. Hutson kept with it. It goes to the middle of the ice, and Minton has it now for the Bruins. Through the middle. And off of AC Mont, and that goes out of play. We can take a break. 5:04 to go in the first. 1-0 Edmonton leading Boston from the TD Garden. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
Edmonton knows great teams. For over 60 years, Chemco has helped build Canadian industry and invest in communities nationwide. Employee-owned and operated, and with over 2,500 skilled tradespeople, Chemco delivers complete solutions as one partner with many strengths. From engineering to construction, commissioning to maintenance, safely and on schedule coast to coast. Chemco cares, and a commitment to quality, safety, and community drives lasting impact nationally and locally. Learn more at chemco.com. Chemco, building industry, building Canada.
It's game on at City Ford.
With an all-star lineup of 2025 Ford favorites, save up to $7,000 on Escapes,
up to $8,000 on Bronco Sports,
and up to $18,000 on F-150s.
Plus, find 0% financing options available on all 3 vehicles.
Score an all-star deal today and spin and win an iPad, Oilers merch, Costco card, even a trip to Mexico.
Visit City Ford on the St. Albert Trail.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at the TD Garden in Boston, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. 1-0 Oilers lead. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins for Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl on the power play at 13:38. That has been it so far. Edmonton 1-for-1 with a man advantage. The broadcast brought to you by Ford, official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Ready, set, Ford. Face off outside the Edmonton blue line. Henrique, Janmark, Mangiapane out there with Stillman and Emberson. Henrique kicked out of the face-off circle. It'll be Janmark against Corrali. They drop it. Soderstrom for Lowry will softly dump it in. Gets to the corner. Jeannot up against the boards with Emberson. It's dug out, goes to the line. Lowry to the middle, winds up, shoots it off the stick of Henrique, and that goes out of play.
Good stick by Henrique, working his way across. They got away with a bit of a pick there and created time and space for Mason Lowry, who had a very difficult campaign last year. What with the... He of the minus 43 last season. That's a tough year.
Yeah.
It's chilly.
That's chilly. It's flipped out to center ice. Soderstrom on the right to Corrali up the right wing. It gets to Jeannot. He'll take a hard hit from Emberson, but he's able to dump it in. Henrique got it around the boards. Lowry to the middle to Jeannot. He wanted the one-timer. Goes off his stick into the corner.
This line runs around. You got to reverse it on him.
Right wing to Mangiapane. He's at the Edmonton blue line. Through the middle to Henrique. He'll dump the puck in as Lowry and Mangiapane get into it a bit in behind the play. It breaks up. Jeannot will get it out for Huznadinov at the Edmonton line. Got tripped up. There'll be a penalty coming up.
Tripped himself over the blue line.
Yeah.
That's one iffy trip each way in this game. Boston's going to get a power play.
This will be their first power play.
Edmonton, number 25, 2-minute minor, tripping.
And the Bruins got a good power play there, 25.5%. That's fifth in the league. The Oilers penalty killing. It's been touched up for goals in back-to-back games on the PK. 21st in the league at 79.4. A lot of it revolves around Pastrnak and getting him the puck. Zach is out there to win the draw. And it's, look at this. It's going to be McDavid and Nugent Hopkins.
Okay. Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Park along the boards in the Edmonton zone. Ekholm is in there. Geeky for Boston. And Lindholm, it comes free. Nugent Hopkins wheels in behind the net. He's got room and will get it out and down the ice.
That's part of why Bouchard's out there, too. He can get the puck out of the zone in a hurry.
McAvoy through center. Swings it back for Zacha. Cross to Elias Lindholm. To Zacha. He's all alone. Scores! Pavel Zacha got spun through the middle. Made a nice move. Goes backhand. Glove side on Jari. The game's tied at 1.
Well, two real nice power play goals so far in this game, but the Oilers made a quick change and unfortunately gave up the middle of the ice on the zone entry. And Zacha, who's had 47, 59, and 57-point seasons the last 3 years, has got his 9th goal of the year.
Both power plays scoring on their first shot.
Yeah, that was... part of it is a little bit of an over-rotation for Colson in the neutral ice area. Gave up the middle of the ice too easily.
Elias Lindholm was able to find that seam to get that pass through.
And Elias Lindholm has put up great numbers against Edmonton forever. 38 points now in 41 games.
Shot into the Oiler end. Jari on the backhand on the right to Hyman. Hyman to Draisaitl. Now looking for Ekholm. A little far from him, but went off his stick. Won't be icing. In the right wing corner, Hyman has it in the Boston end. Behind the net to McDavid. McDavid into the slot. Bouchard, a shot off his stick, goes wide. On the left wing, Hyman behind the net to McDavid. Will walk it out. Went off the stick of Swayman with a poke check. And Middlestad up the left side for Boston out to center. Now to Minton to Middlestad. Hit him in the skate, and that's offside against the Bruins. 2:54 to go here in the first, and the game tied at 1. Little ode to slap shot here, which I appreciate. Zacha from Lindholm at 16:27. Nugent Hopkins will win the draw. Nurse to Stastny up the right wing to Savoy off his stick and into the Bruins bench. So we got a neutral zone face-off outside the Bruins line.
You never want to... I was a little surprised. Like, they started with McDavid and Nuge, and then quickly went to Janmark and Podkolzin.
Yeah, as soon as they cleared it down the ice.
I would sort of prefer seeing Savoy in the second rotation. He's got more quickness. Just want to face off?
Did. Right back to Nurse, and Nurse in his own end. Up the left wing, and that'll go all the way down the ice. That's an icing call. 2:38 to go here in the first. Oilers got one more on this road trip. It's Saturday afternoon in Minnesota. Then play Vegas the next night.
Two real tough games in a row, which is not to say this isn't one tonight as well. Nurse just broke his stick.
Oh. Going to need a new one. Just never know. Well, better during a stoppage than like happened to Ty Emberson in this game.
Yeah.
Okay, face off to the left of Jari. Nugent Hopkins taking a draw against Elias Lindholm. Puck to the right point. Peek to the middle to Hampus Lindholm. On the left, he was looking for Pastrnak. But before he could shoot it.
That's their face-off win play. And good read by Spencer Stastny.
Yeah, he stepped up on the play. Didn't let Pastrnak get a shot away. Lindholm to Pastrnak across to Geeky. He's in on the right wing. A shot off the stick of Nurse and out of play. Nurse Harris getting his stick in that shooting lane before Morgan Geekie could get it on net. With 2:16 to go here in this first period. Oilers again, Henrique, Mangiapane, and Janmark out there. With Emberson and Stillman. Kaslik will take the draw for the Bruins. Henrique out. In comes Mangiapane. Kaslik wins it. Soderstrom on the right wing point. Off the corner boards. Goes to the right side. Janmark to the line. It doesn't get out. Corrali on the left to Jeannot. A shot. And that is off his sticking out of play. Faceoff will stay inside the Edmonton zone. Oil Kings are done for the Christmas break. They will reconvene on the 27th. They're in Red Deer. The 28th, they're at home to Lethbridge.
And will they have an addition at that point?
Well, who knows? Puck cleared out. Soderstrom at center. Shoot it back in. Rims on the right. Emberson to Stillman. Stillman off the left wing boards to center. Puck loose for a moment. Janmark to Stillman across to Emberson. Now to Stillman. Stillman can get to the center ice line. He's able to shoot it in. Swayman gave it to Lohrei. Lohrei will rim it. Ekholm pinching in. Corrali can't get it by. Matthias Ekholm, and now with the second chance he does. Tanner Jeannot at his own blue line. Left wing to Lohrei. At the Edmonton line, he tried to get a pass through. It goes off of Bouchard into the Oiler bench.
It's the first time we're getting a chance to see Riley Stillman in an NHL regular season game for the Oilers.
7 points in 22 games in Bakersfield so far this year.
They've been playing without Cam Dineen. He's going to be returning shortly. He's their best offensive defenseman. Though Atro Lepidin, who led the Finnish League in scoring last year, has really come on of late. He's +8 over his last 9 games, and he's leading the D in scoring.
He's off to the right of Jari. Puck to the middle of the ice, and it's Nugent Hopkins out with it. Bounces it to the Boston blue line. Zadorov has to go. Scoop it up the right side to Zacha. Now to the middle to Husnudinov. On the left wing to Middlestad. Just into the Oilers zone. And Bouchard gets control of it. Long pass. It goes through center. McAvoy picks it off. We're in the last minute here in the first. Oilers and Bruins tied at 1. Ekholm to Bouchard. Bouchard up the right wing out of his own end. Now to Nugent Hopkins. He's a goal scorer for the Oilers here this evening. He'll dump it in. Zadorov around the boards to Zacha to the middle off of Husnudinov. Kept in by Bouchard to McDavid. For Hyman now on the right. Nugent Hopkins into the middle. Ekholm gets it to the backhand. Forced him behind the net to the left wing. Ekholm to the point to Bouchard. Left side to Nugent Hopkins. 27 seconds to go in the period. Off the boards into the corner. McAvoy had it in his skates. Puck still up against the boards inside Boston territory. Jammed in behind the net for Hyman. Hyman will step out on the left to McDavid. A shot, and that's off a stick of McAvoy. Goes out of play. 9 seconds left to go here in the first.
Now McAvoy wearing a cage. He blocked an ugly one for himself there. Scary stuff. Quinn Hutson at the end of the period here.
He's out there with Draisaitl and Frederick.
Yeah.
Draisaitl ties up, gets the puck himself. He's up against the boards. As Elias Lindholm's in there. Everybody's going to get in there. Now the period comes to an end, but it's going to have all 10 players in the corner in the Bruin zone. And it looks like they'll break it all up. All right. First period finished. Oilers and Bruins tied at 1. Couple of power play goals in this game. one by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, one by Pavel Zacha.
Yeah, not a lot of room out there 5-on-5, and two very iffy tripping calls, and both led to nice power play goals for their respective squads.
And that's where we sit after 20 minutes of play here at the TD Garden as the Oilers take on the Bruins. And we have one Quinn Hutson downstairs, Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer upstairs. Quinn, what did you see in that first period?
Yeah, that was pretty uneventful third period. 2 power play goals, I guess, but it was pretty even both ways.
How big of a thrill is this for you? You start at Boston University, you're playing here in the Hub, and you're out there, you're playing on a good team against a good team. It's got to be an awesome experience for you.
Yeah, it's super cool playing games here in the past, and now I guess watching games here in the past too. Now I'm out here playing, so it's definitely one of a kind experience.
Now, is Cole here tonight?
He's not. He's in Minnesota for World Juniors.
Oh, what am I thinking? How can I forget that?
Yeah.
Tis the season.
If Canada doesn't win, he's going to be the reason why.
Yeah.
All right. You're out there late in the period. You're out there. By the way, I'll have another conversation with you about something else there. You're out there late in the period with Leon, and you got to make sure you're not taking any crap, right? Like you got to.
Yeah, I know. I might have punched the wrong guy there on accident at the end. My head wasn't up, so he let me hear it. We'll see what happens the rest of the game.
These things happen, Quinn.
Yeah.
No big deal. Hey, thanks for joining us.
Time, Quinn.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
There you go, Quinn Hutson downstairs. Oilers and Bruins tied at 1 after 1. And, both power plays able to get one. Other than that, though, there weren't like a lot of really good chances either way.
Why does Cole need to be at the World Junior pre-tournament? He's the star of their team.
No big deal.
I think he's going to be on the team since he was the best defenseman in the tournament last year. It's awesome. For those that don't know, Cole Hutson is Quinn's younger brother. Lane Hutson is Quinn's other younger brother. Lane, of course, won the Rookie of the Year last year with the Montreal Canadiens. He was a second-round draft choice of the Canadiens. Cole Hutson is a second-round draft choice of the Washington Capitals, who led the U.S. World Junior team last year to the World Junior title, and he was the best defenseman in the tournament. So, anyhow, whatever the case. I think Quinn kind of nailed it. Not a lot happened out there other than the 2 power play goals. So we're tied at 1 after 1.
That's where it sits. So after 20 here in Boston, 1 by the Oilers, 1 by the Bruins. The first intermission coming up. Brendan Escott, Rob Brown, they're standing by. They'll have it for you when we return from the TD Garden in Boston. It's Ford Dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50, presented by Rogers, is back and better than ever. With more early bird prizes, bonus raffles, and million-dollar jackpots, the largest 50-50 in professional sports can change your life forever. And every ticket purchase helps more kids, more families, and more communities in need than ever before. Get your 50-50 tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com and help make OilCountry a better place. Who knows? You could be Alberta's next millionaire.
AGLC license number 744517.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know, Alberta's a special place. From the Rockies to the Plains, it's a land of hard work and big dreams. If you're going to tackle it all, you need a truck that can keep up. That's why I can't say enough about my Ford F-150. It's more than a truck. It's a partner. Rugged toughness, serious capability, and smart features that make your life easier, like available Pro Power onboard. The Ford F-150. Get yours today at your Alberta Ford dealer, and tell them PB sent you.
This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Draisaitl sets it up on the right wing to McDavid in the corner. Looks in front of the goal. Nugent-Hopkins scores! Ryan Nugent-Hopkins goes to the front of the net, and he makes it 1-0 Oilers.
That's our highlight zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and next to Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the winner's zone. Took them all of 30 seconds on the power play to cash in and open the scoring, but they did respond, the Bruins did. And it is tied at 1 after 20 minutes of play at TD Garden. Got Brendan Escott here, Rob Brown alongside. Would you agree with Quinn Hutson's assessment there, Rob, that it was a bit of an uneventful first period, but for a couple of power play goals?
Yeah, the only main chances that we saw in that period were on each other's power plays. I thought Boston played a very similar game that we saw the Montreal Canadiens play the other night. Very aggressive, clogging up the neutral zone, getting pucks in deep, not trying to force anything, and just trying to make the rink seem as small as possible. And there wasn't a whole lot of ice for the Oilers when it was 5-on-5. Every time they had the puck, they were just looking to dump the puck in because they didn't have room out there or space out there to make plays. So that's how you have to play against Edmonton. Boston, that just happens to be their style of play. The power plays, what we expect when the Oilers when they're on the power play, they're creating so many different ways. And we talked before the game that you think you know what the Oilers are doing, and they'll throw something different. And on that one there, Connor McDavid just held. And Nugent Hopkins, he came from behind his own net. He was the back checker. He got the puck out of his own zone and then came the length of the ice. And he just slides in there. And McDavid just waited. He saw him when he was at the blue line, just going to hold it. The Bruins did nothing. They just stood there. But they all were watching the puck. The puck Nugent Hopkins gets, he makes no mistake. And then the other way, the goal that the Bruins scored, you and I talk a lot during the game when we're not on air, and I said, if there's one thing that you can take advantage on the Oilers penalty kill, it's attack off the rush.
Yeah.
That's how you score against the Oilers. There are 4 guys along the line. They're waiting for you to throw it to the boards, and they attack you. But if you attack the net, you've got 4 players standing still. We've seen it a couple times as of late. Teams have gotten great scoring chances. And then on the power play that Boston scored, 2 guys, just you 2-on-1 defensemen, they just kept going forward. And they make a play, turns into a breakaway. And that was a really, really pretty goal by Zaka.
Yeah, it sure was, with a lot of speed involved. And, we're seeing some of these stars on display, though they haven't really factored in quite yet. But, I guess initial impressions of watching Morgan Geekie and David Pastrnak out there, what did you think?
Well, I'm a huge Pastrnak fan. I have been for a number of years. He's magic, and he's had to change his game a little bit. When he was on a line with Bergeron and Marchand, he was the shooter because he had a passer in the middle. He had Marchand who did everything, and he was the worker bee. But now he doesn't have that. Now he's got Lindholm, who's a nice player, but on most teams is a second or third line center, and Morgan Geekie, who's never really had a breakout year. So Pasternak's now a distributor, a forechecker. He went in through a big check at one point. So I like him. Morgan Geekie had a couple chances. He just gets open. He doesn't look fleet of foot, but he seems to find his way into the quiet areas, so he has time and space. He looked good. He's a guy that you want to keep track of. As you and I were both surprised when they showed the most goals scored in the NHL in 2025. It's not Draisaitl, it's not Ovechkin, it's not Matthews, it's not Kucherov, it's not McDavid, it's Morgan Geekie. In this calendar year, Morgan Geekie has scored more goals than any other player in the NHL. That is impressive.
It sure is. And, you mentioned a big hit. We've got a minute here left to talk about a physical play by Nikita Zadorov on the Oilers captain McDavid, who popped right back up, so no harm, no foul. But it's how Zadorov plays. You got to have your head in a swivel when this guy's on the ice.
You do. I'm a fan. I was a fan when he was in Calgary. I was a fan when he was in Vancouver because he plays old school, and it does not matter who you are. I will hit you. And it was a clean hit, but he made sure. He said, here's my opportunity. He jumped, and a lot of players don't. They're afraid if it's McDavid, okay, I'm going to back off because I just don't want to be embarrassed. So I'm going to play it safe. Zadorov, he's like, oh no, boy, here I go. It was a big hit because he's a big man. He's a monster of a man. What I've seen stars before when they get hit, they remember the hit, not to get you hit you back. I'm going to try and embarrass you another way sometime later in the game. So let's see later in this game if Connor McDavid has an opportunity to go one-on-one with Zadorov and then have a smile afterwards.
It is 1-1 after 20 minutes of play at TD Garden. We'll take a quick time out here. We are at the intermission. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey Out-of-Town Scoreboard coming up next on the Oilers Radio Network.
This holiday season, we're grateful for you, our listeners, friends, and community. Thanks for letting us keep you informed and entertained. Enjoy the holidays, and here's to a new year filled with meaningful moments.
insights and lively conversation on 880 Chad.
Cybersecurity is not just IT, it's a business issue. One breach can halt operations and permanently damage trust. Business leaders choose AltTech because they understand the stakes. Their specialists design cyber-first IT systems that protect productivity, safeguard data, and support growth. From construction to nonprofits, Canadian organizations rely on AltTech to stay resilient in a digital-first world. Secure operations, strong reputation, sustainable growth. That is AltTech. Visit altech.ca. That's alt-tech.ca.
Whether you're building a home, a community, or championship team, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens one step, one shift, one brick at a time. Coventry Homes, never done building. The official builder of the Edmonton Oilers, proudly celebrating 50 years. Visit coventryhomes.ca.
With Global News, I'm Thomas Dias. Premier Danielle Smith's government is hiking the cost to apply for a citizen-initiated referendum by 5,000%, saying it's about making sure applicants are serious. A cabinet order released late Wednesday afternoon ups the fee from $500 to $25,000. Elections Alberta says an application by Corb Lund seeking to stop new coal mining in Alberta's Rockies will have a grace period, and a new fee would be waived if he files his paperwork by January 11th.
If this is any indication, and it is, of how they're going to behave around the coal mining once it starts, I have zero trust that they're going to take care of us.
Lund says the group needs canvassers to get the number of signatures needed in time. You can get more information at coalpetition.ca. And Alberta has appointed a new Chief Medical Officer of Health. Dr. Vivian Sutorp has been the lead medical health officer for the province's South Zone. There have been a number of changes in the position since 2022, when Premier Danielle Smith followed through on her election campaign promise to fire Dr. Dina Hinshaw over frustrations with COVID-19 health measures. News on demand at 880ched.com.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
Zach from EPCOR here. When winter rolls in, my family's outside skating, tobogganing, and enjoying the season. But stormwater ponds aren't the place. These ponds protect our neighborhoods from flooding year-round. Even in winter, the water keeps moving under the surface, making the ice unpredictable and unsafe. Edmonton has safe spots to skate and sled, like my favorite, the Rundle Park Iceway and Toboggan Hills. Stay back, stay off, stay safe. A note from your neighbors at EPCOR.
40 years strong in Western Canada, Pizza 73 has been serving up the pizza you crave. From their famous pan pizzas and golden crispy wings to bold new creations like stuffed crust and the all-new volcano pizza, they keep bringing the flavor. Born in OilCountry, made in OilCountry, they're proud to be serving Edmonton since 1985. Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Order now at pizza73.com.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Time now for the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Montreal Canadiens hosting the Chicago Blackhawks. They're tied at 1, goals by Zachary Bolduc, and Frankie Nazar gets his first in 20 games. Threw the monkey off his back in the celebration and everything. Brady Tkachuk's goal is the difference right now in the first intermission. Senators and Penguins are playing in our nation's capital. It's a 1-0 game there. Lightning have a 1-0 lead over the Kings. Oliver Bjorkstrand's got the goal. It's on the power play in the second period, or just about to be. The Capitals 2-0 over the Maple Leafs. Blue Jackets 1-0 over the Wild. Zach Werenski has that goal. Noah Cates and who is that? Noah Osland? No, Jack Quinn. They've both scored. Sabres and Flyers are tied at 1. Going on in a little bit here, you got the Blues hosting the Rangers, the Flames hosting the Seattle Kraken, and the Sharks entertaining the Dallas Stars. That is your out-of-town scoreboard for tonight. And I'll mention as well that in the American Hockey League, you've got the Bakersfield Condors sitting 11-9-5 on the year, moving on to a home-and-home series with the Coachella Valley Firebirds after falling 4-0 last night to the Ontario Reign on home ice. Disappointing result there, but of course you've got your top goal scorer from the Condors called up here. And we saw him in a bit of a scuffle at the end of that first period before getting interviewed by our Cam and Bob. Quinn Hutson, of course, I'm referencing there. So he's up with the team. No surprise that they had a little bit more trouble scoring. We'll see how they fare without him moving forward. And your Oil Kings are on the Christmas break. They'll return on the 27th. That is your out-of-town scoreboard for Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. At TD Garden, they are tied up at 1. Goals from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, his 8th of the year coming on the power play. Pavel Zacha's 9th on the year, a power play goal about 3 minutes thereafter. That's where we sit. We'll send it back to Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer for more live play-by-play action. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
You've been listening to At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network. Oilers Now with Bob Stauffer is your go-to for the best Oilers insights and amazing guests. From Ron McLean to Craig McTavish, no one else brings you closer to the action. Oilers Now, only on 880 CHED, the official voice of your Edmonton Oilers.
In OilCountry, winning on the ice goes hand-in-hand with winning off the ice. With the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50 presented by Rogers, winning can mean both a life changed and a life saved. Because every ticket purchase helps more kids, more families, and more communities in need than ever before. And with the largest jackpots in all of sports, you could become Alberta's next millionaire. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com. Because when you play, all of OilCountry wins.
AGLC license number 744517.
This hockey season, let the fun extend beyond the ice with Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code OIL50. That's code OIL50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today and find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play.
Wherever Canadians raise a glass, you'll find Molson. There's a good reason for that. When you've been in Canada for over 230 years, you get around in the cups and fridges of Canadians, generation after generation. Molson has a beer for everyone. So raise a glass or cup or whatever you pour your Molson in, because it doesn't matter what it's in. It matters where it's from. Canadian, export, ultra, excel, Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
880 CHED is your voice of the Edmonton Oilers. Every game, every goal. Experience it all with the dynamic team of Jack Michaels, Cam Moon, Bob Stauffer, and Rob Brown. For the best Oilers coverage, it's only 880 CHED.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Tied at 1, the Oilers and the Bruins are getting ready for the second period. And tonight's Oilers Holidays in OilCountry 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's in support of the Christmas Bureau of Edmonton and Make-A-Wish Canada, providing festive meals to families in need and granting life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses. Support now by getting your tickets at EdmontonOilers.com/50-50. We drop the puck. We're underway here in this second. Podkolzin to Ekholm on the left wing. At center ice, he's able to shoot it in. Swayman will send it side of the net. Hampus Lindholm on the right wing, off the right wing boards. Got it out to the neutral zone. Geekie into the Edmonton end, goes to the right wing corner. Geekie will stop, right wing. His pass to the point, picked off by Podkolzin. And he gets to center ice, he's able to shoot it in. It's in behind the Boston net. Here comes Draisaitl. Got it as Swayman had left it. And the pass in front to Podkolzin off the stick to the left wing point. Nurse to Savoy to Podkolzin on the left wing. Into the corner to Draisaitl. It goes to the top of the circle, though, and cleared out by Pasternak. Always able to shoot it back in. Peak behind his net on the left. To Hampus Lindholm, and there's a penalty. His stick came up on McDavid.
Peak didn't think he got him.
Yeah.
But he did. And the Oilers will get their second power play of the game here.
So Peak will go off for the high stick.
It's only going to be 2.
Yeah.
Boston number 26, 2-minute minor, high sticking.
Oiler Power Play presented by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Oilers 1 for 1 on the power play. We're 58 seconds into the second period. Tied at 1, the Oilers and the Bruins. Face off to the right of Swayman. Draisaitl out of the face-off circle, and comes McDavid. Take this against Mark Kastelik. McDavid wins it. On the point, Bouchard, left wing, Nugent-Hopkins into the corner. McDavid in front. Off of Draisaitl, the save by Swayman. It batted out of the air, and it slowly went towards Swayman, and he covers it.
So Boston putting a lot of pressure on the Oilers, attacking Edmonton. Similar to what Montreal did on the PK. Now the Oilers have already got one here on a backside setup to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the power play. Kastelik out there against McDavid. For now.
No. David out, Draisaitl in. It goes to McDavid, a shot, saved by Swayman, and the rebound just cleared out by Zadorov.
Love it. Love that he let her rip right away.
Bouchard at the Edmonton blue line. Out of McDavid through the middle, weaves his way in on the left wing for Nugent-Hopkins. Comes down the left wing boards. McDavid behind the net. McDavid stepping out in front of the net. Hyman couldn't get a shot through, and Zadorov will get it down the ice.
You can see Hyman sort of shake his right hand there.
Bouchard.
We all know what happened. Game 4 last year, fractured wrist for Zach.
Now Nugent-Hopkins gets the puck into McDavid, left wing corner. Back to the point for Bouchard. Takes it to the middle. On the right to Draisaitl. To the left to McDavid. Down that left wing, he'll bring it in front. A shot saved by Swayman. It comes in front of the net and cleared by Hampus Lindholm.
Well, that's the play Connor made against Florida against Aaron Ekblad, except he slid it across to Draisaitl. That time he shot it and almost scored.
Draisaitl at the Edmonton blue line to McDavid, who has speed, comes into the Boston end. Lindholm knocked him down, and Swayman will clear it out. 35 seconds left to go in the penalty to Peak. We're 2.5 into the second. The game's tied at 1. Henrique at center to Savoy. Into the Boston end for Ekholm. To the left wing corner, Mangiapane to the end boards. McAvoy got it free to Kastelik off the right wing boards and down the ice.
Against the number 1 ranked power play in the league, anytime you get a kill, it's a win. For the opposition teams, especially when they're at home.
The left wing, Mangiapane will shoot it in. Swayman to McAvoy, and it's rimmed up the right wing. The Oilers got 3 shots on net on the power play, and out through the middle. Husnudinov to the right to Lindholm, the shot, and the save made by Jari. There's Elias Lindholm with the chance. Jari the save, and a face-off coming up in the Edmonton end.
Elias Lindholm and Ekholm having a little bit of a conversation. Those two. I think Ekholm's still going to be on Team Sweden. Lindholm's a pretty good player.
Yeah.
They got their top line on the ice here. This is a tough matchup for Frederick. He's out here for Colson and Janmark. And Lindholm Lindholm's a great face-off, man, up around 60%.
Wins that clean to the right point. Soderstrom to Geekie, just kept it in. A shot saved by Jari, and he held on to it.
So Matthias Janmark's been playing with an upper body challenge literally all season, and we're going to see a change of the lines here for Edmonton. Draisaitl's going to come out instead of Janmark. Can't skate past Bucks, got to stop on Bucks.
Face off to the left of Jari. Draisaitl against Lindholm. Draisaitl wins the draw. Left wing. Stastny up the left side to Podkolzin. He did get it out. Side his own line. Emberson to Draisaitl. Now to Podkolzin. He's into the Bruins zone, down the right wing, to the right side and behind the net, over to the left wing point. Stastny, a shot save made by Swayman. Didn't know where the rebound was, but Geekie will get it out. Geekie up to the Edmonton line, but that's it. Soderstrom, side his own end for Boston. Left wing for Lorei. Got it into the Oiler end, turning it up. Emberson down the right wing to Janmark, into the Boston zone, drops it to Frederick. Shot hit the stick of Soderstrom and goes out of play. 3:56 gone in the second, tied at 1, Oilers and Bruins. Face off to the left to Swayman. Shots just 9-8 right now in favor of Boston.
Lots of face-offs in this game.
Yes.
27 face-offs in the opening period, Cam.
Yeah. Well, a lot of pucks over the glass and offsides and icing and all.
So by my math, that's like 81 in a 60-minute game. See what 8 years of post-secondary education
really
gets
paying off.
That's
really
241 course really came through back in the day.
Peak a wheel behind his net. Get it to the line. Frederick kept it in for Edmonton. Goes back to the blue line for Ekholm. In behind the net to Frederick. Get taken out by Peak. Loose puck on the right to Jones. In front of the net. His shot, it's blocked. It comes back to Jones. Saved by Swayman. Jones centering it. It goes into the slot. And Steves to the right wing will get it out. The Oilers with some good pressure. Ekholm forced back in behind the Edmonton net. On the left to Bouchard. Bouchard trying to get away from Fraser Minton. Has to go in behind his goal. Now steps out on the right side.
Boy, look at how passive this neutral zone is from Boston.
They're all in the neutral zone, just standing there. Up the right wing to Hyman. He has to shoot it in. Swayman got it to the left wing. Middlestad to Husnudinov on the right. To Zaka into the Oilers zone for Husnudinov up the right wing. Will drive it on net and a save made by Jari.
That was a good net drive.
Husnudinov in behind his net on the right, or behind the Oiler net on the right. To Zaka, off his stick comes out. Zadorov for the Bruins on the left. Missed Husnudinov. On the left wing, a pass to McDavid off his stick that goes into the crowd. 5:19 gone here in the second, tied at 1. Nugent Hopkins scoring in the first for Edmonton. Zaka for the Bruins.
Well, Max Jones, who came over from Boston in the Trent Frederick deal, had a year left at $1 million. He's been in the minors most of the year. Had 2 cracks at it just to the right of the goal. Former Anaheim first rounder, 2016.
Remember him with the London Knights?
And he was fast and he would hit.
Yep. All right, they'll do the face-off at center.
Marco Sturm going head-to-head all game with his top line of Pasternak, Lindholm, and Geekie against Draisaitl, Savoy, and Colson.
Puck goes into the Boston end. Hampus Lindholm turns on it. He's got Savoy right on him. It goes in behind the net over to the right. Elias Lindholm drifted out off of Nurse into the Oilers zone. Stastny takes a hit there from Geekie, but got it up the right wing. Savoy just got it out. Lindholm's pass. It's a foot. Goes over to the right side. Pasternak will loop back into his end. Got away from Savoy. And Pasternak overskated it. It's sitting at center ice. Pasternak to Peak. Now to Hampus Lindholm. Floats it through the middle. Corrali on the right to Geekie across. Pasternak's one-timer sails it over the Edmonton goal. Soderstrom will let a shot go. Save made by Jari. The puck along the boards inside the Edmonton end is Pasternak's trying to get it loose. Stasty's the one that came up with it. Get behind the net.
Good play by Stastny.
The right wing, it goes to Draisaitl. He'll dump it in. Corrali will take it behind the Boston goal. Stops in the right corner. Across to Lohrei. The left to Jeannot. Steers it to the middle. Soderstrom to center ice. Shoot it in. Stillman's got to go back for it. Protects the puck from Soderstrom. Pokes it in behind the net to Emberson. He's got Kastelik on him. Goes on the right to Corrali to the blue line. Lohrei on the left wing point. Pressured by Janmark. Puck comes free and it's Henrique. Behind the net, off the left wing boards and out. We'll get to Henrique. He's in over the Boston line on the left wing. Henrique from the angle. Save made by Swayman. He'll hold on to it. 7 minutes, 8 seconds gone here in the second. Tied at 1, the Oilers and the Bruins. From the TD Garden in Boston, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey folks, Paul Brandt here. Around these parts, we work hard, play hard, and we demand the best. Sometimes you need a truck that's a cut above. The Ford Super Duty. Tough enough for any job with the style and luxury you deserve. It's as powerful as it is refined, with cutting-edge features that make every drive a pleasure. In short, this ain't your everyday pickup. The Ford Super Duty. Drive the finest truck Alberta has to offer today at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PB sent you.
During every Oilers game day, the Canadian Brewhouse is your hockey headquarters. Cheer on the blue and orange, surrounded by fans as passionate as you are, while sipping $1 off tankards of Molson Canadian and Coors Light. And that's not all. Every game day, you can enter to win Oilers home game tickets. So grab your crew, grab a seat, and make the Canadian Brewhouse your go-to spot this hockey season. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Did you know that there are 9 Napa Auto Parts stores serving the greater Edmonton area and have been doing so for more than 50 years? Since Napa first opened in Edmonton, the community has grown and vehicles have changed, but you can always trust Napa Auto Parts to provide you with the expert know-how and the best vehicle parts. And if that isn't enough, every time you visit a Napa Auto Parts store when you present your AMA card, you receive an additional 10% discount on all retail parts and accessories. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store for more offers and expert know-how. Napa Auto Parts is a proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at the TD Garden in Boston, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're tied at 1, the Oilers and the Bruins. 7 minutes, 8 seconds gone here in the second period. Nugent Hopkins goal scorer for Edmonton, Zacha for Boston, both on the power play. Connor McDavid has an assist, so he's got points in 8 straight games. Face off to the right is Swayman. McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Hyman on the ice with Bouchard and Echo. Puck goes right in front of the Bruins net. And Middlestad will lift it up and out. Zacha down the right wing into the Oilers zone and behind the net. Got spun around, lost the puck. Bouchard on the right to McDavid, now to Hyman. He'll get to center. Into the Bruins zone. To the right wing corner, runs into McAvoy. It's in behind the net. Zadorov trying to hold off Nugent Hopkins. Puck gets to the line just out. On the right, it's Bouchard to his partner, Ekholm.
Look it out. Awesome.
Not much going on, and it has been difficult to generate scoring opportunities in this game 5-on-5 for both teams. As Bouchard to Nugent Hopkins, poked off his stick. And
can't be sleepy against this team, though.
And it's Zacha to Husnadinov. His pass in front of the net, and Ekholm was able to get in front of it and block it. And Bouchard will clear it out.
Wow. This is the most passive neutral zone we've seen all season. Well, he was with LA, right? Think about it.
Yes, this has shades of LA from years gone by. Steves into the Oiler end on the right wing. Chops it in behind the goal. They got it tied up. Minton up against the boards for the Bruins. To Steves, to the right wing point. Off the right side, and that shot does not get through.
Good block by Jones.
Peak and let it go. Minton will come in on the right to Steves. To the left, AC Mont let it go by to Minton. Minton towards the middle, and that is broken up by Bouchard to the middle of the ice to Max Jones. Down the right wing to Frederick. Into the Bruins end. Goes to the right wing corner. Frederick on the right side. Up against those right wing boards with Peak. It's in their skates now as Jones trying to dig it out of there. Came free to Steves. Got it to the blue line. Stastny kept it in. Went to Hutson, but chopped off his stick. And Hampus Lindholm will get it out. He'll play it right on net. And Jari with a quick pass up to Savoy. Over the line now on the right to Draisaitl and breaking it up Zadorov. And a long pass that just missed Geeky. Otherwise, he had a breakaway.
Sometimes you just got to go, Matt. Can't sit there and...
Nurse into the Bruins end. To the end boards. Goes to the right wing corner. 10:20 to go in the second. Tied at 1. The Oilers taking on Boston. It's up against the boards in the Boston zone. We want them to move it. They got it all tied up. Jam free. Oh, it almost given away to Podkolzin. It went just past him by Zadorov. And it's brought in by Geeky. Geeky on the right wing, stripped of it by Draisaitl to Savoy at center ice. Now to Draisaitl. He'll dump the puck in. He'll go off for a change. Left wing corner, Soderstrom. Up to the center ice line for Elias Lindholm.
Like, that was a breakaway for Savoy. Just got to keep skating.
Bank pass for McDavid, and it goes down the ice. It's icing against the Oilers with 9:32 to go in the second, and the game tied at 1.
So one thing that used to happen against LA, if that passive neutral zone, is the Kings fans in the playoffs would boo at home. You should be booing your own team for not forechecking at home. And the Oilers won 4 straight playoff series against LA, including rallying from 2-0 down and rallying in both games 3 and 4 to come back and win.
It's incredible. Incredible. Face off to the right of Jari. Puck to the left wing point. Peak will take a shot off the stick of Hyman. That goes out of play. We'll do that again after we get back. We're going to take a break now. 9:27 to go in the second. Oilers and Bruins tied at 1 from the TD Garden in Boston. It's for dealers, NHL hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Education is more than books and classrooms. It's about you. At Portage College, they partner with you to turn dreams into real opportunities. Whether you're starting your educational journey or changing careers, learn more by visiting portagecollege.ca. It's about you.
Wherever Canadians raise a glass, you'll find Molson. There's a good reason for that. When you've been in Canada for over 230 years, you get around in the cups and fridges of Canadians, generation after generation. Molson has a beer for everyone. So raise a glass or cup or whatever you pour your Molson in, because it doesn't matter what it's in. It matters where it's from. Canadian, export, ultra, excel, Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Over the last decade, the world of work has changed dramatically. It's a change that can cause a disconnect between a company and its employees. But a partnership with Aon can help by making decisions that create a more flexible, engaged, and resilient workforce. Aon's experience and expertise, global understanding, and advanced analytics ensure that every client is better informed and better advised so that they can make better decisions. Whatever the next decade brings, Aon is in the business of better decisions.
Education is more than books and classrooms. It's about you. At Portage College, they partner with you to turn dreams into real opportunities. Whether you're starting your educational journey or changing careers, learn more by visiting portagecollege.ca. It's about you.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We're here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments and no interest for 1 year. Tied at 1, the Oilers and the Bruins with 9:27 to go here in the second period.
21 shots on goal in the first 30 minutes of this game. Boston with a very passive neutral zone, and the Oilers not able to capitalize on the rare opportunities they've had off a transition. Both teams with a power play goal. Oilers 1 for 2, Boston 1 for 1.
Faceoff will be to the right of Tristan Jarry. Trent Frederick against Fraser Minton. Puck to the right wing corner, and it's Bouchard up in the air and out with it. Peak will turn to the right wing, off the boards to center. Podkolzin shoot it right back in. Right wing corner, Peak up to Steves, now to the middle of the ice. Minton could not get it to Asimont. Stepping up was Bouchard. Out of Podkolzin, right wing to Draisaitl. Rims the puck in. Frederick had it hit a stanchion in the corner. It goes to Podkolzin to the left wing point. Ekholm to Bouchard. Bouchard makes a little move on the blue line for Draisaitl towards the net, and that was swatted away before it could get there by Peak, and it's cleared out. Steves in his own end for the Bruins behind the net to Peak, reverses it to Hampus Lindholm. Up the right wing for Asimont. Asimont into the Oiler end on that right wing. Bruins make some changes. The pass goes all the way to the line. Soderstrom's shot off a stick goes wide off the glass, covered by Jarry. Jeannot is going to the front of the net, draws a bit of a crowd. With 8:20 to go in the second, and the game tied at 1.
This has the feel of a game where someone's going to get a goal in the final minute.
One of the, yeah.
Like, there's just no pace and tempo to it at all.
Not a lot of great opportunities 5-on-5 for either team. Face-off in the Oilers zone. The puck on the right wing. Back to the blue line. Soderstrom, a shot. Saved by Jarry. He saw it. There was some traffic, but he did see it, and he held on.
It's a good save, but you got to do a better job in the draw there, defending that, giving up the point shot. Now, Edmonton, they try to make plays off those cycles. It depends on the line for Boston. They've got a set play that they run with Geeky's line with Lindholm. Lindholm wins a lot of draws. Kastelik's not bad on face-offs either, by the way. Got Henrique again.
Kastelik wins it. Soderstrom to the middle, over to the right, tried to shoot it, goes off of Henrique. Now over to the boards on the right. Stastny to Janmark, and now to Henrique, in over the line to Mangiapane. Just broken up. Soderstrom got there in time, and the puck comes out. Kastelik to center will shoot it in. Stastny got it to the end boards. Puck along the left side. Corrali behind the net. Missed Kastelik. Mangiapane can get it out. Henrique in the neutral zone to Mangiapane. Now to Janmark. He'll come in, makes a move, forced into the right wing corner. To the right wing point, Bouchard. To Ekholm on the left. In behind the net to McDavid. Swing it back to the right wing point to Bouchard. Right wing to Nugent Hopkins. Cycles it to McDavid off the right wing boards. To Bouchard. A shot saved by Swayman. He got it with the left pad. Don't think he saw it. And Zadorov to center ice. He'll dump it in. Out from behind the Edmonton net is Matthias Ekholm. It's Ekholm to center, now on the right to Bouchard. Got it to the Bruin line. Hampus Lindholm's pass off the stick of Nugent Hopkins. Kusnedinov follows it up, comes into the Oilers zone on the right, goes to the right wing corner. He gets checked, goes to the line. McAvoy will shoot it, saved by Jarry. And he will hold that up against his body with 6:44 to go in the second, and the game tied at 1.
I think Kusnedinov he's been pretty good. Like, he's fast. He's had some jump.
Yes.
Worry a bit about Edmonton's playoff face-offs on D-zone draws. Giving up a few too many shots off face-off losses.
This time, Ekholm up in the air, down the ice. Going to be icing against the Oilers. We'll do it again.
Now they're going to get...
A face-off to the right of Tristan Jarry. Bruins team that was 4-7 out of the gate, but now 20-14. They've won 5 of their last 6. Tried to drop the puck once, it didn't work. They'll do it again.
Kuzmadinov came over in the Justin Brazeau trade. We like Brazeau.
Yeah.
Late in the year, he had a good go with Boston. Billy Garrett picked him up in Minnesota. I think Laukow went back. Did he not? He was here before and ended up going back. He had that fight, Rock'em Sock'em Robots with Emerson. Look out.
Pass to Middlestad, skips off his stick in the Oilers slot, and on the right wing, McDavid to Hyman. Hyman over center, can shoot it in. Zadorov across to McAvoy, won't get it out. Stillman keeping it in for Edmonton. Left wing corner to McDavid. To the right wing point, Ty Emberson. Right wing corner to McDavid. Skates up top of the circle into the slot. Drops it to Draisaitl. Down the right wing. On net. The save made by Swayman. The rebound just put wide by Hyman. Then he got knocked into the Bruins net. And the puck cleared out. Emberson in his own zone to Draisaitl. Draisaitl pass on the left to Quinn Hutson into the Bruins end on the left wing. To the left wing point. Maybe to Stastny, it's in behind the net. Jones's pass to Draisaitl. To Jones, he's in the right wing corner. Hutson comes in as well. Puck comes out to Jones. He'll step out. His shot saves Raymond. Rebound. Scores! Quinn Hutson gets his first goal in the NHL.
Well, and there is a goal scorer's goal because he picked up the loose change. Quinn Hutson did. And man, oh man, you got to be able to hunt pucks, and that's a kid that looks like he knows how to score. And why not? He had 23 goals, 50 points last year. Jones with the initial shot. Hutson keeps the surge alive and pinballs one home on the backhand, and it's 2-1 Oilers. Draisaitl will pick up the second assist. How about that for Quinn Hutson?
Love to see it. 14:38 time of the goal for Quinn Hutson. And the Edmonton Oilers go up 2-1 on the Boston Bruins. And they grab the puck for Quinn Hutson's first NHL goal. It's shot into the Bruins end, into the middle of the ice. And it was Lindholm to get it out. At his own blue line, Stastny gets over the center ice line. Dump the puck in. Lowry on the left wing to Geekie. Now to Pasternak. He'll get it to center. On the right to Lindholm. Lindholm across to Geekie. One-timer. Oh, he just missed. He hammered it. It goes down the ice.
Jari's hurt.
Jari slid across, and it wasn't good. He gets up. He's gotten it out. But he was slow to get up, and the puck comes into the Bruins zone on the right wing. Janmark in behind the net to the right wing corner for Mangiapane. 2-1 Oilers with 4.5 to go here in the second. It's in behind the Bruins net. Janmark on the right to Mangiapane. To the right wing point. Bouchard to Ekholm to Henrique. To Ekholm as he comes down the left wing. In behind the goal to the right. Steps out. He'll go to the middle. He can't get a shot through. And Corrali can clear it. Glove down by Bouchard through the middle. Oh, just off the skate of Janmark. Otherwise, he was sprung through the middle of the ice. At center. Henrique just to the Bruins line. Hampus Lindholm might lose it to Henrique. Nope. And it was an offside call against Edmonton. 3:52 to go here in the second. 2-1. Oilers lead the Bruins from the TD Garden in Boston. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Do your tires feel like hockey pucks on the road? Perhaps it's time for a new set of Atturo tires. No matter what you drive, Atturo has the right fit for you, including the all-new Trailblade HT and AZ810, premium all-weather tires for your pickup, car, SUV, or crossover. You can rest assured that Atturo tires will get you through all 4 seasons. Available at Action Car and Truck, Point S, and tire shops everywhere. Find a dealer near you at atturo.com.
This holiday season, Freedom Ford invites families to hit the road with confidence. Freedom Ford is offering incredible deals on remaining 2025 Ford models with limited time incentives, lease specials, and the return of low financing. Ford customers can also get exclusive early access to incoming 2026 Ford models. From the spacious Ford Explorer to the top safety rated Ford F-150, Freedom Ford showcases vehicles built for winter travel and holiday road trips. Come and check out the full Ford lineup today at Freedom Ford.
Meet Joe. Joe knows that a happy partner equals a happy trip. Joe booked a room through Edmonton's besthotels.com and scored up to $225 in rewards. Hello date night, fancy dinner, the works. Joe is smart. Be like Joe. Visit edmontonsbesthotels.com to book your next stay in Edmonton.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here in Boston, 2-1 Oilers lead the Bruins, 3:52 to go in the second. Calvin Pickard is now into the game for the Edmonton Oilers. Tristan Jarry looked like he got injured prior to the break, stayed out there on the ice, but then during the break went to the Oiler bench and then down the tunnel. So Pickard into the game, his 12th appearance of the season. His last game was Sunday in Montreal, made 23 saves in that 4-1 loss. Hampus Lindholm on the left to Steves. Steves will push it down into the Oiler end, and on the right wing, Stastny won't get it out. It goes off of Steves, but there was Draisaitl to steal it, and Draisaitl to center ice. Off the left wing, boards it in. Lindholm behind the net, hit hard by Podkolzin. Frederick centering pass, and it jammed towards the net, goes wide to the left wing point. Nurse off the boards, goes in behind the goal. Peek into the corner. So right wing to Steves, into the middle to Hampus Lindholm. Lindholm to the Edmonton line. On the left for AC Mon, a shot off the arm of Pickard. Good chance, a first shot on goal against Pickard, and now down the left wing, Draisaitl into the Bruins end to Podkolzin on the left.
Oh, Vasily, you didn't realize he had Spencer Stastny wide open on the back side there.
Cleared out. Kusnedinov to center, will dump it in. 2:49 to go in the second. 2-1 Edmonton leads. Matthias Ekholm on the left wing for McDavid. Gets over the center ice line, shoots it in, hits one of those stanchions, goes just wide of the Bruins net to the right wing point. Bouchard, right side to Nugent Hopkins, up to the top of the circle to Bouchard on the blue line. Cross to Ekholm, a shot, doesn't get through. Zadorov blocked it. Hyman out of the left side. Over to Bouchard, a shot, save made by Swayman. Puck in the right corner. Goes near the middle of the ice. Middlestad will get it out for Zacha into the Oiler end. The left wing point. Shoots it around the boards. McAvoy has it on the right. Gave it right away to Hyman. Hyman over the center ice line is able to dump it in.
Oilers got a check here in the final 2 minutes of this period.
Low in his own end. Forced back by Jones. Across to McAvoy. Up the right wing to Geekie. Left wing to Pasternak. It's right at the Edmonton blue line, and Henrique forced him out. Soderstrom on the right wing. Shot the puck in. Pickard got it in behind the net. Pasternak to the right wing. The shot. Save made by Pickard. And it's cleared out. Calvin Pickard had to hurry to get back to the net and got there just in time to keep it out. On the left wing, it's Pasternak. On the right, his pass went off of Elias Lindholm. Geekie on the right wing. For Soderstrom will shoot it in. Pasternak could not get control of the puck. Henrique on the right wing for Janmark. Comes in over the Bruin line. On the left wing, Hutson couldn't keep it in. It comes out and it's a breakaway pass. Pasternak caught by Nurse, and he won't even get a shot away.
Don't turn away.
To the blue line. Peak. We're last minute here in the period to Lindholm down the left wing. Hampus Lindholm, a shot save made by Pickard. And the puck cleared out. 49 seconds to go in the second period. Calvin Pickard's been busy. Center ice, to the blue line, a shot that hit bodies in front. It goes wide after Peak let it go.
Survive this camp.
Minton shot, doesn't get it through. Left wing corner to Jeannot. 23 seconds to go in the period. Janota Mitten, stick lifted. Janmark gets it for Edmonton. Left wing to Henry. Now to Savoy. Oh, he almost had a breakaway pass. It goes to the left wing corner. Savoy around to the right. Nobody there for Edmonton. Hampus Lindholm will get it out. Off of Kusnadinov at the Edmonton blue line. Bouchard to Savoy. Right wing to Draisaitl. And the second period ends. And the Oilers escape the second period with a lead. Calvin Pickard was sharp in the late going. He played the last 3:52 of the second. And the Bruins had a couple of really good opportunities. Matthias Ekholm comes off the bench to go tap the pads of Calvin Pickard.
Well, now we're going to have to see what's up with Tristan Jarry.
Yes.
That's the number one storyline right now. Edmonton's played okay. Boston totally changed. The moment that Pickard went in there, they sold out on the forecheck. Yeah. There are going to be chances now. You're up by a goal in the third. They're smelling blood because your number one goaltender's been knocked out of the game. They're pushing the pace. You cannot flub opportunities to counterstrike. And Edmonton had two chances on partial breaks where they didn't make it happen. Matt Savoy could have had a clear-cut breakaway. Yep. You're going to have some opportunities if they sell out on this. Pickard stood tall in the final 4 minutes.
He did. 2-1 Oilers lead here after 2 periods of play. Quinn Hutson with the go-ahead goal in the second period. His first goal in the NHL from Jones and Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl's got a couple of assists, so he's up to 1,005 career points. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scoring for Edmonton in the first period. Pavel Zacha had the goal for the Bruins. So through 40, and it got pretty exciting there at the end of the second period. Calvin Pickard came into this game and held the Bruins at bay. We're going to have a great second intermission. Brendan Escott, Rob Brown, they're standing by. We'll have it for you when we come back. 2-1 Oilers lead the Bruins through 40 from the TD Garden in Boston. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Our people, our team. It's what business owners almost always say is their most important resource. But strong businesses don't just find great people. They make sure their teams stay healthy, engaged, and performing at their best. A benefits plan from Alberta Blue Cross is more than just drug and dental. They support the whole person with flexible coverage levels that fit the size and circumstance of your business. Find a plan that gets results at ab.bluecross.ca.
In OilCountry, winning on the ice goes hand in hand with winning off the ice. With the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50 presented by Rogers, winning can mean both a life changed and a life saved. Because every ticket purchase helps more kids, more families, and more communities in need than ever before. And with the largest jackpots in all of sports, you could become Alberta's next millionaire. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com. Because when you play, all of OilCountry wins.
AGLC license number 744517.
This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
To Jones, he's in the right wing corner. Hutson comes in as well. Puck comes out to Jones. He'll step out and shot. Saves Raymond. Rebound. Scores! Quinn Hutson gets his first goal in the NHL.
Wow. Not too shabby, Rook. That's our highlight zone brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos, 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and next to Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the winner's zone. 2-1 Oilers leading the Boston Bruins on that second period goal by Quinn Hutson, the first of his season, the first of his career. The assist going to Max Jones and Leon Draisaitl. That is where we stand. It's Brendan Escott alongside Rob Brown. And Rob, a pretty exciting moment for that young man right there.
It was. It was interesting. In that period, as we moved along, the lines got shook up a little bit. Normally when Knobloch shakes up the lines, it's Connor and Leon together. But he left Connor's line alone, and he took Savoy off his line and put Frederick on it. And then the next time Leon came out, he came out with Hutson and Jones. And that's the line that scored. Now, we've been talking a lot as of late about third and fourth line guys, what their mentality should be. The mentality is shoot the puck, go to the net. Don't turn up a shooting opportunity. Every chance you get, put the puck to the net. And if you're doing that, your line mates understand that. Puck comes out to the high slot. Jones, there was no thought to move that puck anywhere else. He got the puck, he turned and shot. Quinn Hutson, realizing who he's playing with, okay, this guy is not going to make plays. This guy is going to take the puck to the net. Hutson went straight to the net, out-battled a seasoned veteran in Lindholm, beats him in front of the net, and then goes around, and this is where the offensive abilities kick in. Nice play to drag it around the goaltender and find the space to put it past Swayman, who had been playing excellent. So Quinn Hutson, who signed, went down to the minors, has played very well in the minors, gets his opportunity in a city that he has had a ton of success being a college kid here. He scores his first goal in an arena that he has spent many days either playing in college or watching games at. So a nice moment for Quinn Hutson.
A not so nice moment for Tristan Jarry, who tweaked something in the lower body and was unable to finish the period. How deflating can something like that be? How nerve-wracking is that on a team, or how much metal is required in order to have that not impact you?
Well, the nerves are in the GM box right now. Hey, wait a sec. This is the guy we just traded for. Now, we have no idea what it is. And it could be a tweak. He's back next game. Who knows? But the one thing that was talked about when the Oilers traded for Tristan Jarry, he's been known to have injury problems. And there's been a lot of talk with Jarry and Pickard as your goaltending duo. Do you upgrade in the backup goaltending position in case you have, injuries to your starter? Well, we found out very quickly. This is game 3 for Jarry. It was an odd injury as it was just sliding from one way, but Jack and Louis on TV were very adamant that something is off. And then when you watch the replay, Jarry slid one way, and the camera was on the net, and you never ever saw Jarry again. Yeah. So you knew something was tweaked. He immediately, as soon as there was a whistle, went to the bench, told Calvin Pickard, "You're going in." And it's I don't know, it was ironic or funny thing. After that, the best chances Boston has had in the period outside of their goal happened when Calvin Pickard came into the net cold. The Bruins now chasing a game, has to put a little more pressure on, and Calvin Pickard made 3 nice saves in his 2.5 minutes or whatever it was of play time. So there is concern. You just traded for Tristan Jarry. Calvin Pickard, your backup goaltender, who's having an off season. And in all honesty, you and I right now, before we got on air, it's like, are they going to call up Ingram? Is it going to be, Tompkins? Like, who's the Oilers' third goaltender? So it becomes a little more interesting for the Edmonton Oilers going forward. What happens next? So I guess you and I will just sit here with our fingers crossed, hoping that we will see Tristan Jarry sooner than later.
Yeah, I don't imagine that'll be for the rest of this evening, though. So whoever the E-Bug is, the emergency backup there, likely getting suited up as we speak. The Oilers, as Jack mentioned on the telecast, 13-1-3 when scoring first, as they did in this game tonight. It came on the power play in period number 1. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins got his 8th of the year from McDavid and Draisaitl. Pavel Zacha, though, did respond 3 minutes later from Elias Lindholm and Charlie McAvoy. And then again in that second period, Quinn Hutson's first of the year and first as a National Hockey Leaguer from Max Jones and Leon Draisaitl. So they will have kept that puck for him. No doubt about that. Shots in that period, 10-9, favoring the Edmonton Oilers. Final thought here from you, Rob, just on what needs to happen here the rest of the way for Edmonton to just pile another solid effort here on what's been a reasonably productive road trip.
Well, they've played well through 40 minutes. A couple chances Boston had at the end of the second period, but neither team is getting a lot of grade A looks. So what we've seen in this game, when there's not a lot of free space, I've seen Connor dump the puck in 2 or 3 times. I've seen Leon dump the puck in 2 or 3 times. They're not turning the puck over. They're playing smart hockey. So continue doing that. The one thing you do not want to do is take a penalty. The Bruins made very short work of their power play earlier in this game. You have a 1-goal lead. You don't sit back. You continue pushing forward. And you just hope that Calvin Pickard, we see the Calvin Pickard that we saw most of last season, as opposed to what we've seen thus far this year. Calvin Pickard in the last 3 minutes of that period was excellent. They will probably need, I would say, 2 to 3 big saves here in the third period to get away with a victory.
Yeah, absolutely. Boston's going to be pushing. They do lead the shot column 16 to 15 overall for the game. They lead in the faceoff dot as well. They have out-hit the Oilers, and they've taken the puck away more times as well. So it's kind of leaning Boston right now, but Edmonton, where it matters most, has the lead, and that is on the scoreboard. 2-1 is where we sit through 40 minutes of play. We'll be right back here. We're at the intermission. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Every year, Janet hosts a dinner. Some of her friends have lost their partners. Some can't make the drive to see their families for the holidays. So they come to her. In 2021, Janet's home was one of many in Western BC that flooded. It looked like her dinner wasn't going to happen that year. Until the Canadian Red Cross helped get her back in her home in time to host. Help keep traditions like Janet's alive this holiday season. Donate at redcross.ca and have your donation triple matched.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. Big skies, rugged landscapes. Now that's Alberta in a nutshell. And if you're looking for an SUV that can keep up with this place, check out the Ford Bronco. Built for those who crave adventure, with serious off-road capability and style to spare. Whether you're hitting the mountain trails or exploring the back roads, it's the perfect ride for those who want to experience everything this province has to offer.
Services brands, one powerful partnership. Rooted in innovation, reliability, and a steadfast commitment to excellence, Steelhaus is proudly 100% Canadian-owned and locally manufactured. With over 15 field service locations across the prairies and up to the Rockies, they deliver world-class energy solutions with unmatched responsiveness, helping their customers thrive in the most demanding environments. Steelhaus Triton, engineered for performance, built in Canada. Visit steelhausinc.com for more information.
With Global News, I'm Thomas Dias. The Edmonton Medical Examiner's Office has confirmed that 2 men died as a result of numerous gunshot wounds last Friday, with their deaths ruled homicides. 20-year-old Ranveer Gill and 26-year-old Gurdeep Singh were gunned down near 32nd Street and 26th Avenue around 1:43 a.m. on December 12th. Police believe the victims were targeted as they looked to identify and locate a suspect vehicle described only as a dark-colored SUV. An explosion at Rockton Ice Rink in southern Alberta was so powerful it shifted some walls, according to town officials, although no injuries were reported. The town of Taber confirms in a news release a blast and subsequent fire at its community center yesterday afternoon was from an explosion in the area of the Zamboni room for the small ice arena, one of 2 rinks at the facility. Both ice rinks, the curling club as well as an auditorium, are now closed, but an aquatic center remains open. In Canada, spring wildfires are among Environment Canada's top 10 weather events of the year. More than 89,000 square kilometers of land was burned, which is more than the size of New Brunswick and PEI combined. News on demand at 880ched.com.
OilCountry, the ultimate Oilers watch party, happens all season long. Attend Molson Canadian Oilers Game Day live throughout the season for your chance to win 2026-27 Edmonton Oilers season seats. Be there for the next Game Day live flight night for your chance to win a trip for 2 to watch the Oilers play in Vancouver. Join us on December 20th at Sherlock Holmes Pub North. For the full event schedule and to RSVP to the ultimate Oilers watch party, visit OilersGameDayLive.com.
I'm Gene Principe, bringing season's heatings from Legacy Heating and Cooling. For Yuletide comfort you'll love this Christmas. You should
Call Legacy. Call Legacy.
There's no better way to fix your furnace. You just
Call Legacy. Call Legacy.
They're professional, never rude, Dolph. You should
Call Legacy. Call Legacy.
Plus, no interest and no principal payments for 1 year when you buy with Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Celebrating 70 years in the signage industry, William Huff Advertising is the most recognized name in the game. An in-house, one-stop shop for all of your design, print, and installation needs. William Huff provides quality graphic solutions for everyone. Here in our City of Champions and throughout the nation, they are the preferred signage partner entrusted by many of the biggest corporations, pro sports teams, and organizations to bring their identity to life. Recognize the name, get in the game. WilliamHuff.com.
This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Time now for the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Elsewhere, you've got the Canadiens and Blackhawks knotted up at 1 in Montreal. Frank Nazar has scored after 20 games, unable to do so. That in the absence of Connor Bedard, of course, out for the next several weeks. Senators 3-0 over the Penguins. That happened in short order. Brady Tkachuk getting on the board there as well. Los Angeles Kings in the second intermission have a 2-1 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Capitals in Washington with a 2-0 lead over the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Blue Jackets and Wild are tied at 2 in Columbus. Buffalo is down a goal to Philadelphia at home. It's 2-1. Who's scored there? Cam York and Noah Cates. And the newly claimed waiver addition for the St. Louis Blues, Jonathan Berggren, has the goal. It's 1-0 for them over the New York Rangers. Later tonight, you get the Flames and the Kraken and the Sharks and the Stars out in San Jose. On the farm, it is the Bakersfield Condors and Coachella Valley Firebirds for a pair this weekend. It's a home-and-home set that starts on the road in Coachella Valley tomorrow night. And the Oil Kings are done the pre-Christmas schedule already, riding a 3-game losing streak. Just getting a note here. What does that say? Jason Sanantonio is the emergency backup goaltender tonight in Boston. What a handle. What a handle. Let's hope we don't have to see him. But if we do, Jason Sanantonio is our guy. Cal Pickard is the guy in net, and the injured Tristan Jarry, in place of the injured Tristan Jarry. So let's get it back to TD Garden. We'll find out what's going on there. We are at the intermission. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey and the Oilers Radio Network.
You've been listening to At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
From the first time on skates to wearing a special jersey passed down through generations, Sentinel Storage is here for you. Store your sports gear to create space for all life's adventures. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelStorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
At Brant, our job description is whatever you need to succeed. Expert support. Parts when you need them. And financing that fits on the compact construction machines you want. Equipment, expertise, value, delivered right to your door. We do it right at your site. Call your Brant dealer to book your demo today.
OilCountry, the ultimate Oilers watch party happens all season long. Attend Molson Canadian Oilers Game Day live throughout the season for your chance to win 2026-27 Edmonton Oilers season seats. Be there for the next Game Day live flight night for your chance to win a trip for two to watch the Oilers play in Vancouver. Join us on December 20th at Sherlock Holmes Pub North for the full event schedule and to RSVP to the ultimate Oilers watch party. Visit OilersGameDayLive.com.
From the first time on skates to wearing a special jersey passed down through generations, Sentinel Storage is here for you. Store your sports gear to create space for all life's adventures. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelStorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at the TD Garden in Boston, Oilers are up 2-1 on the Bruins. We're getting ready for the third period. The Oilers Holidays and OilCountry 50-50 presented by Rogers. Backward life-changing jackpots. That total jackpot right now, $674,000. Our next lucky winner could be you. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com/50-50. Calvin Pickard stays in the Oiler net. He came into this game with 3:52 remaining in the second period and had to make 3 saves. 3 pretty good saves, I might add. Drop the puck. We're underway in the third. Peak will get it into the Oilers zone. Goes behind the net. Bouchard will smack it up the left wing. Past Podkolzin and Pasternak. A shot wide of the Edmonton net. Geeky behind the goal to Elias Lindholm. Lindholm forced off of it by Ekholm. Ekholm to Bouchard. Has to hurry. Pasternak spun him around. And Pasternak gets the puck. Pasternak near the top of the circle. Oh, there's penalty coming up.
Right away.
And it's going to be a hooking call against Bouchard, and the Oilers are going to be shorthanded.
Well, Edmonton did not have Henrique and Savoy, who I think are their 2 best penalty-killing forwards.
Edmonton 2 2-minute minor hooking.
Out on the last PK at any point.
All right.
And they are out there right now to start this PK. But Henrique's got to win a draw, and the Oilers got to airmail the puck out of there as fast as they can.
Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Bruins are 1-for-1 with a man advantage. Puck goes to McAvoy on the blue line. Left wing to Geekie through the middle off a stick and out to center ice. Geekie to McAvoy. Inside his own line. Now to Zacha. Cross to Lindholm. Elias Lindholm into the Oiler end. On the right for Pasternak towards the net. His pass blocked by Emberson. Puck in behind the Edmonton net. Zacha to the right wing. Lindholm won't get there in time. Henrique did, and he shoots it down the ice.
Ty Emerson maybe saved the goal there. Got a stick out, blocked shot. McDavid back out here, PK. Interesting.
Elias Lindholm through the middle to Zacha. Over the Oiler line to Geekie, back to the blue line to McAvoy. Now to Pasternak, to McAvoy. A shot that pinballs wide of the Edmonton net. And on the right wing, it is McDavid to the line, but it's kept in by McAvoy. Right wing, Pasternak, centering pass off a Nurse's stick. May have glanced off the crossbar. And Nugent Hopkins through the middle to McDavid. Shorthanded breakaway in. Scores! Connor McDavid! A shorthanded breakaway, and the Oilers are up 3-1.
What a pass by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins right on the tape. And Connor McDavid is red hot. A shorthanded goal. They haven't used him a lot of the PK over the last 3 or 4 games. And just a perfect touch pass. And McDavid was free past McAvoy. And he went to the backhand, and Swayman had no chance.
21st of the year for McDavid. Minute 41 into the third period. And the Oilers have their 4th shorthanded goal of the season. Bruins have given up 5 this year. Acemont into the Oiler end on the left. To the left wing corner, low ride to Steves to the point. Lindholm across the middle, Stad cross ice. One-time shot. Oh, saved by Pickard off a low ride on the back door. And the puck on the point. Lindholm shot saved by Pickard. He's trying to find it. Middlestad slid the puck wide on the left. Ripped on net. Saved by Pickard. Puck to the slot. Low ride to Lindholm. Lindholm, a shot blocked in front of the net. And Stastny up the right wing will get it out.
Good job, Stastny there. Front the puck.
Acemont into the Oilers zone on the right. 3-1. Edmonton leads here in the third to Lindholm. Hampus Lindholm. His shot saved by Pickard. The rebound. Middlestad put it in front of the net. That goes off his stick. Penalty is over. And the pass up to Bouchard at center as he comes out of the box, and he'll dump it in. Zadorov to Peak. Boston now 1 for 2 on the power play. And it's shot down. 3 shots on net for Boston on that power play. It's an icing call against the Bruins. So the Oilers not only kill it off, they add one. And they're up by a couple here in the third. And the face-off will be to the right of Swayman. McDavid will take the draw. He's got a goal and an assist in this game, as does Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Puck goes into the corner. Zadorov will wrap it up the left. Steves will take him back into his own end.
They're forechecking differently depending upon which line they've got on the ice and which line the Oilers do.
There's McDavid into the Bruins zone on the right side, driving to the net, knocked off his stick as it goes in behind the goal. Zadorov up the left wing to Minton. Minton at center ice flips it in.
Heads up, Stillman.
Stillman gets back there. To worry about Jeannot. They're tied up. It's in their skates. Comes free. Minton on the left wing is passed to the middle. He was looking for Jeannot. Broken up by Stillman. McDavid in his own end. Emberson across to Stillman. Stillman will take it behind the net. And leave it to Ekholm. Stillman will go off the ice. And Matthias Ekholm drops it back to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl over center. On the back end, can shoot it in. Soderstrom. Up the left wing, and now the pass for Pastrnak misses him. That's icing against the Bruins. 4 minutes, 4 seconds gone here in the third. 3-1, Edmonton leads.
Boy, Connor's on fire.
Added an assist on the McDavid goal to Nurse now. Yeah.
Took the one away from Draisaitl on the last goal. Sort of a similar sequence where you just got to jam the puck to an open spot.
Face off to the right of Swayman. Soderstrom behind his net to Lohrei. On the left to Geekie. To Lohrei. Lohrei up to center to Geekie. Cross ice, gave it away to Draisaitl. Comes into the Bruins zone, drops it to Jones on the left to Hutson. Hutson in front of the net. That goes to Jones. A backhand glove save by Swayman off of Max Jones. Good stop by Swayman as Jones tried to go to the glove side. Face-off will be to Swayman's right. As Henrique, Savoy, Mangiapane get out there with Nurse and Stastny. Corrali taking the draw for Boston. Henrique out, Savoy comes in. Maybe Corrali's out, and he is. Alex Steeves will take this draw for the Bruins. Savoy wins it to the left wing point. Nurse shoots it towards the net. It goes wide. On the left, the puck cleared out, and it gets through to Steeves. Comes in on the right. Now to McAvoy. Stick lifted by Mangiapane, and the puck to the right wing corner. Great work by Mangiapane to come back on the play, and he'll jam it off the left wing boards and out. McAvoy at his own line to Hampus Lindholm. We'll get it out. Nurse lost an edge. Puck goes into the Oilers zone, and that goes off a stick and out of play. And Stastny, his pass hit the stick of Corrali, and it goes out.
Have you seen the Oilers fall more here in the last 3 minutes? Wow.
Been a few. 4:53 into the third. 3-1 Edmonton leading. Face off to the left to Calvin Pickard. Puck goes into the corner off the draw. In behind the net, Emberson get away from Middlestad. Middlestad knocked the stick out of his hands. And McDavid can bring it out to center ice. Left to Nugent Hopkins over the Bruins line. The right wing corner for Hyman. He got pinned, and the puck comes free. Zacco get it out to Peak. Into the Oiler end on the right wing. Bounce it to the right wing corner. Emberson on the boards to the line, but Peak will keep it in. Across to Zadorov. He'll shoot it. Save made by...
Near side official was sort of screened on the play. At this stage, we do not have an update on Tristan Jarry.
He's not on the bench. Face off to the right of Calvin Pickard. Pickard came into this game with 3:52 left in the second period. Gets to the slot. Quick shot. Doesn't get through. Lots of traffic. And it'll be Draisaitl to get it out. Now to Frederick down the right wing into the Bruins zone.
Frederick's just going to keep skating there. Wow.
Now to Draisaitl. Left wing. It's top of the circle. Geekie will get it out. For Pastrnak on the right wing. It's passed through the middle. Broken up by Frederick. Ekholm will go in behind the Edmonton net with it.
Frederick was gone if he just moved his feet. But not playing with him. They're giving him a lot of ice time here tonight with Draisaitl and Podkolzin on a heavier line.
Ekholm got to center, shot it in. Hampus Lindholm missed Pastrnak with it. I'll go down to the other end.
Him here.
Ekholm behind the net, got away from Pastrnak. Up the right wing for Hyman into the Bruin end. Got dumped down by Lohrei, and Lohrai's getting a penalty. Call it a cross check.
That's a tough call.
All right, we'll take a break. Oilers on the power play. We come back up 3-1 on the Bruins. 6 minutes, 19 seconds gone here in the third. From the TD Garden in Boston, it's Ford Dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Zach from Epcor here. When winter rolls in, my family's outside skating, tobogganing, and enjoying the season. But stormwater ponds aren't the place. These ponds protect our neighborhoods from flooding year-round. Even in winter, the water keeps moving under the surface, making the ice unpredictable and unsafe. Edmonton has safe spots to skate and sled, like my favorite, the Rundle Park Iceway and Toboggan Hills. Stay back, stay off, stay safe. A note from your neighbors at Epcor.
Blue-collar work deserves big dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is always growing. Right now, they're hiring heavy equipment technicians, EM servicemen, and maintenance supervisors. Apply if you're from here or across the country. Even if you're from the Rock, they want to talk. Visit heavymetalequipment.ca to find your new career. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
During every Oilers game day, the Canadian Brewhouse is your hockey headquarters. Cheer on the blue and orange, surrounded by fans as passionate as you are, while sipping $1 off tankards of Molson Canadian and Coors Light. And that's not all. Every game day, you can enter to win Oilers home game tickets. So grab your crew, grab a seat, and make the Canadian Brewhouse your go-to spot this hockey season. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Oilers go on the power play. Lowry goes off for a cross check, and Edmonton on the power play. Presented by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Edmonton 1 for 2 with a man advantage.
Yeah, I thought that was a tough call. Hyman went to pivot. Looked like he might have actually lost his footing on his own. Little bit of a touch, not a hard, nasty cross check in any way, shape. That's not a cross check, but it is a point of emphasis for the official, so it's called. Kastelik against McDavid on the draw here.
It's to the right of Swayman. And the puck to the left wing point. Bouchard will bring it to the middle of the ice. Now to Nugent-Hopkins. Into the left wing corner. McDavid to Nugent-Hopkins. He'll shoot it off the stick of McAvoy. Goes out of play.
Has to shoot right away. If he shoots right away, he's got a chance high glove. Waited. But I like that he did shoot within the first 9 seconds.
McDavid out of the face-off circle, and comes Draisaitl. It's bumped in behind the net. Zadorov will rim it hard off the stick of McDavid and out. And McDavid at his own blue line. And he'll loop back, come through the middle of the ice, get to the Boston line, got checked. Kastelik will shoot it down the ice.
Corrali back in Boston was signed. Not sure he and Coach Montgomery always saw eye to eye. Signed with Columbus, back as a Bruin.
Nugent-Hopkins into the Boston zone, off the left wing boards, goes in behind the goal. McAvoy can't get it out, kept in by McDavid. To the line to Bouchard in the middle. Bouchard cross to McDavid on the left. Now to Bouchard to McDavid. Top of the circle, left wing corner, Nugent-Hopkins. To McDavid, to the blue line in the middle. Bouchard, he'll shoot it. Save made by Swayman. McDavid trying to get it low, but Jeannot breaks it up, and he'll get it down the ice. Bouchard out from behind the net. 42 seconds left to go in this Edmonton power play. 3-1 Oilers lead. 7:40 gone in the third. McDavid checked at the Boston blue line. Corrali will make his way through the neutral zone and come back into his own end. Up the right wing, gave it away to Nugent-Hopkins. And it's Nugent-Hopkins to McDavid on the right for Draisaitl. Across the blue line to Nurse. Pushes it to the left wing corner. He spun it in behind the net.
Oh, good play.
Nugent Hopkins has it right wing to the blue line to Nurse. To the right wing point, Draisaitl. Right wing corner to McDavid to Draisaitl going towards the goal in front of the net, and it's covered by Swayman before Henrique or Nugent Hopkins could touch it. Penalty over in 4 seconds.
Henrique did a great job with just a quick little stick touch on the puck, a little poke, and he kept the alive. And the Oilers did not get a shot technically on that power play. Doug Lane, our engineer, telling us.
Was all over it. Swayman was able to block that pass and then cover it.
Had a chance to the net in the first 9 seconds, and that was it.
Got blocked. Yeah.
Lost a couple draws. Hope they don't lose momentum.
He's off to the left to Swayman. McAvoy goes behind his net. On the right wing to Pasternak. Penalty is over. Edmonton 1 for 3 on the power play. It's in the Oilers zone. And it's Nurse on the left wing. Left wing to Majapani, off his stick and in. Zadorov. The left wing to Geeky. He will lose it to Majapani. Then he is then checked by McAvoy on the right wing for Pasternak.
Wow, bad change by Edmonton here.
To McAvoy into the Oilers zone on the left side. Geeky to the line. Zadorov across to Lindholm, and that goes off his stick. It's right corner. Lindholm cross ice. It comes to Zadorov. His shot save made by Pickard, and he covers it up with traffic in front of the Oiler net.
Looked like a miscommunication on the line change there, and the Oilers got Quinn Hutson out late. Pickard had to fight that one off.
Hit him off the left shoulder and then covered it up. Face off to the right of Pickard. 3-1 Oilers lead. We're here in the third. Draisaitl will take the draw against Minton. To the right wing corner, Emberson sails it out. It's in the neutral zone, so Draisaitl to Stillman, across to Emberson, up the right wing and out off of Frederick. Pasternak in the neutral zone. Cross ice to Hampus Lindholm. Into the Oiler end left side. His shot rockets off the stick of Emberson. That goes out of play. 10:35 to go in the third. 3-1 Edmonton leading. Quinn Hutson has his first NHL goal here tonight. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with a goal and an assist. Same with Connor McDavid. Face off to the right, Calvin Pickard.
Leon's not having a good night.
Get out of the face-off circle. He's not happy. Trent Frederick will take the draw. Up against Minton, the puck on the right, and then tripped up was Ekholm.
They're going to call one each way here. Nope. Boston's going to get the only penalty.
Yep.
Kusnedinov.
82 2-minute minor tripping.
Well, you got to capitalize on one of these, don't you?
All right, Oilers go on the power play, presented by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com.
Well, that is affectionately known as the can opener that Kusnedinov gave.
Matthias Ekholm.
Yeah, and then he flopped after. I thought it was a trip, but he flopped. How about just shoot the puck here?
All right, face off to the right is Swayman. Draisaitl wins the draw from Kastelik. Puck goes to Bouchard. Left wing, Nugent-Hopkins. Towards the net. Always pass off his stick before it could get to McDavid. Draisaitl towards the net. A backhand save made by Swayman. It is cleared out and down the ice by Kastelik.
So Boston's putting real pressure on here. And the Oilers have got to take it. There could be low 2-on-1 opportunities the way they're selling out.
Draisaitl to Nugent-Hopkins. Now to McDavid. He's into the Boston zone. Pass hits Corrali and it's batted out of the air by McAvoy and out. Bouchard turning in front of the Edmonton net. Bouchard weaves his way up. Gave it to McDavid. Comes into the Boston zone. Left wing to Nugent-Hopkins. On the left wing boards. Behind the net to McDavid. To the right corner for Draisaitl. To Zach Hyman. To the right wing point to Bouchard. Across the line. Nugent-Hopkins. Left wing corner. McDavid to Bouchard. Over to Draisaitl. Great save by Swayman. The rebound. He stopped that too and covers it up. Hyman had the chance on the rebound. The one-time shot off the right wing by Draisaitl. Good save made by Jeremy Swayman.
Good look there from Bouchard to Leon, and Swayman fought it off.
Came across with the left pad. That's a good stop. 55 seconds left to go in the penalty to Husnedinov. Draisaitl. Get into the face-off circle with Zacha. Kastelik gets the puck, and he will get it out up the left wing. Stick lifted by McDavid. Now to Draisaitl, Nugent-Hopkins to Hyman. He'll go to the net. Hyman, the chance off the outside of the goal. The middle of the ice, Sidorov on the right wing to Zacha. Into the Oiler end, left wing to Kastelik. He'll make a couple of moves, then it went off his stick before he could shoot it. Draisaitl for McDavid, flying in over the Boston line, and then his pass picked off by Kastelik, and he got it out. Penalty over in 18 seconds. 3-1 Edmonton leads. We got 8:45 to go here in the third period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer with the TD Garden in Boston. Savoy on the right to Ekholm into the Bruins zone right wing corner. To the left side, hash marks to Mangiapane. Left wing corner, out of play. We'll get a whistle. 8:24 to go in the third. 3-1. Oilers lead the Bruins from the TD Garden here in Boston. Oilers a couple of shots on that power play. It is Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Country, winning on the ice goes hand in hand with winning off the ice. With the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50 presented by Rogers, winning can mean both a life changed and a life saved. Because every ticket purchase helps more kids, more families, and more communities in need than ever before. And with the largest jackpots in all of sports, you could become Alberta's next millionaire. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com, because when you play, all of OilCountry wins.
AGLC license number 744517.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know, Alberta's a special place. From the Rockies to the Plains, it's a land of hard work and big dreams. If you're going to tackle it all, you need a truck that can keep up. That's why I can't say enough about my Ford F-150. It's more than a truck. It's a partner. Rugged toughness, serious capability, and smart features that make your life easier, like available Pro Power onboard. The Ford F-150. Get yours today at your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
Do you have tickets to an upcoming event at Rogers Place that you can't attend? Donate your tickets to the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation Seats for Kids program, presented by Eagle Builders. Seats for Kids provides unused game tickets for charities, allowing children and families to enjoy hockey at Rogers Place. And for many, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. To be a part of the Seats for Kids program presented by Eagle Builders, please email edmonton@kidsupfront.com. That's edmonton@kidsupfront.com.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We're here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling. Home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 3-1. Edmonton leads. 8:24 to go in the third period. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Quinn Hutson with his first NHL goal, and Connor McDavid, the goal scorers for Edmonton. Pavel Zacha has the goal for Boston. Face off outside the Bruins blue line. McAvoy on the right wing.
You just know the next power play is going to be going to Boston.
Yeah. Hampus Lindholm, I would expect. He'll shoot it in. Stastny on the right wing, goes to the right wing corner, and it's in behind the net. Pasternak for the Bruins. Pasternak with a cross-ice pass. Hits a stick. Goes to the left wing point. Hampus Lindholm for Pasternak up to the blue line. Pasternak cross-ice pass. Broken up by Podkolzin. He'll bounce it out. As Pasternak comes into the Edmonton end. Pass through the middle. He put it past Geekie, and it comes out of the zone.
Stay on him here.
Elias Lindholm on the right wing to Pasternak. Cross-ice pass. It'll go to Geekie. Can't get it in front of the Edmonton net. The puck is up against the boards, and it's McDavid to skate away from Geekie. Gets to center now on the left wing to Nurse. He'll get it in front of the net to Hyman. Great save by Swayman. He got the puck with the right pad. The puck on the right wing boards. Up near the line, Nurse to Nugent Hopkins. It hit him in the skate. Husnadinov into the Oiler end. A shot save made by Pickard off the shoulder. Long pass to Hyman. Into the Bruin zone on the right wing. Spins to the middle. Backhand and the save made by Swayman.
Well, we said there was going to be chances up ice because they got to sell out a bit, be a bit more assertive.
On the right wing, Zaka at the Edmonton blue line. It'll get to Emberson, now to Frederick up the right wing. Frederick to McDavid into his own end with 6 minutes and 36 seconds to go here in the third. Edmonton up 3-1. Henrique will steer it into Boston territory. It's in behind the goal, comes out to Henrique. Saved by Swayman, rebound off the post! And it's in behind Swayman. That was drilled off the post. Stillman hammered that.
That's an icing.
And the Bruins ice it. Oh, Stillman hit it off the inside of the post. And it just stayed out. Oilers come so close. He ripped it, and then it hit Swayman in the back.
Zach Hyman's had 2 chances on net drives and a bang-bang play. Was that double postage? Wow. Fans, I don't think they realize that shot got through.
Face off to the right of Swayman.
Watch the stick infractions here if you're Edmonton.
Jones into the left wing corner. For Savoy, it's top of the circle. Husnadinov's going to get it out for Boston. He'll dump it in. Bruins make a quick change. Draisaitl out from behind the Edmonton net. To center. On the right to Savoy. Went to shoot it in. It goes off of Kastelik. The puck at the Edmonton blue line. Stastny off the boards and out. To Savoy down the right wing where Jones will go after that along the right wing boards, but the Bruins get control. McAvoy in the right wing corner. For Jeannot to the middle of the ice. Minton into the Oiler end. Minton penalty coming up.
You knew that was coming.
Be a slash. With 5:31 to go in the third. 3-1, Edmonton leading the Bruins. The Oilers will be shorthanded when we come back from the TD Garden here in Boston. Going to the box is Podkolzin. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Oil Country. Stranded in the snow? Stuck on the side of the road? Or just locked out of your ride? Visit OilCountryTowing.com, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 towing and roadside rescue team. Oil Country Towing will get you going.
The same AI-powered technology that helps Oilers fans move through security efficiently at Rogers Place is also available for Edmonton area schools, hospitals, and workplaces. Evolve Technology, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers and official security screening partner of Rogers Place, helps identify potential threats and create safe experiences at hockey games and wherever people gather. Visit Rogers Place to experience Evolve live or check out evolve.com for more information. That's EVOLV.com.
In Oil Country, winning on the ice goes hand in hand with winning off the ice. With the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50 presented by Rogers, winning can mean both a life changed and a life saved. Because every ticket purchase helps more kids, more families, and more communities in need than ever before. And with the largest jackpots in all of sports, you could become Alberta's next millionaire. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com. Because when you play, all of Oil Country wins.
AGLC license number 744517.
Hey, Oil Country. Stranded in the snow? Stuck on the side of the road? Or just locked out of your ride? Visit OilCountryTowing.com, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 towing and roadside rescue team. Oil Country Towing will get you going.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Vasily Podkolzin in the box for a slash. Third power play of the game for the Bruins, and 1-for-2 with the man advantage.
We said it. You knew that they were looking for a stick infraction on Edmonton after giving the Oilers the last 2 power plays. Vasily was reaching in there.
Yeah.
He got him with a stick.
Yep. 3-1, Edmonton leads. 5:31 to go in the third. The penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Face off to the right of Calvin Pickard. McDavid wins the draw. Bouchard on the right wing will get it down the ice. McAvoy turns in front of his net. Drops it back for Elias Lindholm. Now to Zacha. In over the line on the right to Pasternak. Almost gave it away. McAvoy to Pasternak on the left. Back to McAvoy on the blue line. To Pasternak on the left wing. Spins to the boards. Into the corner to Geekie. Pasternak in front to Lindholm. Went off his stick, and Ekholm for the Oilers will shoot it down the ice.
Now they get their second set of forwards out here. Of course, but Colson is a penalty killer. He's in the box. Savoy and Enrique out here.
At center, Zacha into the Oiler end for Pasternak on the right wing. Goes into the corner with Savoy on him.
Savoy got away with the hook.
He did.
There.
Savoy gets the puck and shoots it down the ice. 4.5 to go in the third. 3-1 Edmonton leads. 55 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Bruins.
Now do they look at pulling him here?
Hampus Lindholm drops it back to Steves. He's into the Oiler end, off the right wing boards, got it on that right side. To the blue line for Lindholm, now on the left for Lohrei. To Hampus Lindholm for Lohrei on the left wing. A pass in front, off the pad of Pickard. And trying to get it out is Nugent Hopkins. He wins the battle with Lohrei.
What a play by Ryan Nugent Hopkins. That is stellar defense.
Shot it down the ice. Hampus Lindholm. Out of Middlestat. On the left to Lohrei, comes into the Oiler end, pulls to the middle, and that's off the stick of Emberson. On the right wing, up near the blue line, and dumped down was Acimont, but he gets back up. Lindholm on the left comes in front. The shot save made by Pickard. Penalty is done. Podkolzin is out there. Acimont, top of the circle, had to go off his stick and out. Acimont on the right wing. Shoot it towards the net, steered aside by Skinner. Bruins don't get a shot on net during that power play. Got one just as it expired. And the puck near the blue line. Oilers will get it out through the middle. It's Janmark on the right to Podkolzin. Into the Bruins zone. Being pestered by Zadorov. And the puck goes to the middle of the ice. Minton on the left wing for Jeannot. Goes to the left wing corner. Under 3 minutes to go here in the third. 3-1 Edmonton leads. To the left wing point. Zadorov to the right side for Peak. Got it to the right wing corner. Ekholm. Rims it on the left. Peak had kept it in for Boston. Right wing corner. It goes to Minton. And he'll go behind the Edmonton net to the left. Lost it to Bouchard. Comes back to Minton. Towards it. A stick lifted. It's in the middle of the ice and cleared out by Frederick. Now Frederick at center trying to split the D. And it's poked away from him as Zadorov will go behind the Boston goal.
He's had a great game. You got to assume they're going to pull the Guardian here, right now.
Zadorov up the left wing to McAvoy. McAvoy to Pasternak. Off his stick goes into the Oiler end. There goes Swayman to the bench for the extra attacker. It's in behind the Edmonton goal. Geekie out to McAvoy. A shot off of Pickard. The puck on the left wing. Oilers up by 2. 6-on-5. The puck on the left wing point. Hampus Lindholm to McAvoy. Hit his skate and it comes out. And the Bruins have to regroup. Lindholm drifted into Oiler territory. McDavid to Stastny to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins to the line and got it out. Nurse force on the left wing for Hyman. Hyman into the Boston zone with the empty net. He can't get it towards the goal with Hampus Lindholm breaking it up. McAvoy to Lindholm. Minute 20 to go here in the third. 3-1 Edmonton leads. Geekie will rip it in to the Oiler end. On the left wing point. Down the left side to Pasternak. Side of the net. Jammed towards the net by Elias Lindholm. Last minute here in the third. Oilers up 3-1. Hampus Lindholm has shot. It's blocked. And the puck in the left wing corner. And it was knocked down by a high stick. The faceoff's going to come outside the Edmonton blue line with 52 seconds to go in the third. And Edmonton up 3-1. Shots are 24 apiece.
Boston they're gonna put Swayman back in here.
Nope. And a timeout called by Boston. Well, the game was tied at 1 after 1. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scoring for Edmonton, Zacha for Boston. Quinn Hutson gets his first NHL goal in the second period. Oilers up 2-1 through 40. And Edmonton gets a shorthanded goal here in the third period by Connor McDavid to have this 3-1 lead.
I don't want to even try to figure out the cap machinations because the Oilers have to have there's a roster freeze tomorrow. So they have to make a decision on the goaltender with Jarry basically tonight.
Oh?
Yes.
I see.
Because I would think...
Yes. Okay, Swayman's going to the box. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Face-off outside the Edmonton blue line. It is 6-on-5. Swayman to the box. And on the right, Pasternak, he'll drill it on net. Blocker saved by Pickard. Puck sent to the blue line. McAvoy will be able to keep it in for Boston. McDavid off the boards. Penalty coming up to the Bruins. Once they touch it, they do.
The game.
And with 37 seconds left, Edmonton will get a power play and a face-off down in the Boston zone.
And I don't think Mr. Lindholm likes that call too much.
Elias Lindholm going to the box.
Boston 28 has a 2-minute minor for hooking and a 10-minute misconduct.
Oh, dimed him as well.
Well, I'm going to suggest use some animated language.
Okay. We just saw the replay. I kind of get it now.
Yeah, me too.
I understand.
Tough call.
Yeah, that was a tough call. AC Mono will serve the two. Face off to the right of Swayman. 37 seconds left here.
And all the Oilers need to do here is just kill the clock, run it out.
Yeah. And the Atco Energy power play here. And the puck will go to the corner. And Kastelik through the middle of the ice will shoot it all the way down.
Bouchard is just going to take his time.
There's no rush. He'll wait in behind the net. We're down to 20 seconds left, and I don't think anybody from Boston's going to go and pressure, and they're not. And Bouchard's just going to sit there with the puck in behind the Edmonton goal. 10 seconds left. Fans not happy here at TD Garden, but so be it.
Good win.
Good win. The Edmonton Oilers victorious here over the Bruins. 3-1 the final as Edmonton gets the victory. They've won a couple in a row against a very good Bruins team that had won 5 of their previous 6 coming into this one. And they got a first NHL goal for Quinn Hutson. Calvin Pickard had to come into this game late in the second period.
We have no update at this time yet on Tristan Jarry.
He left the game at that point during one of our commercial breaks. And Pickard came in, played well.
Oilers had a bunch of guys play well tonight.
Yes.
Max Jones had a good game. Riley Stillman was effective in this game as well. They had lots of good stuff happen.
They really did. in a game that early on, not a lot happening other than a couple of power plays where there was some opportunity. Each team scored on the power play in the first period, but as the game wore on, Edmonton continued to get more chances. And we have Riley Stillman downstairs. We got Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer upstairs. Riley, let's talk about this game. What did you see from the Oilers here tonight?
You know what? I think that was a good team win there. Jars made some couple saves on the one breakaway early, and he kept us in the game there. And then it was a good road win for us.
How about for you, just getting used, with all due respect to the American Hockey League, Riley, it is a different tempo and pace at this level. You almost bagged one late in the game. But for you, is it just about keeping things simple and keeping things...
And understanding the game and understanding the league and pushing that way. And you want to build trust with the staff and your teammates. So I think that was a good start.
How fired up were you to see Quinn Hutson, a teammate of yours in Bakersfield, now up, scores first NHL goal? What type of player have you seen from him this year?
I mean, he's just a pure goal scorer. It's really impressive to him to see how he does it so consistently down at the American League level, and then here come up 2 games, he's already got one. Like he's a true natural goal scorer for sure.
They used Chris Knobloch used everybody tonight. I mean, he had Frederick up playing on the third line. Max Jones was out there with Leon and Quinn for a couple shifts. Savoy was moved around. You used the term team win, and I mean it's got to stoke the guys knowing that everybody was a part of it.
100%, and just in the feeling in the room over the course of the whole game, like we were all there and we knew we were pulling on the rope together.
Great stuff.
Thanks, Riley.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.
There you go. Riley Stillman downstairs. Oilers win this one 3-1 over the Boston Bruins, and a good team win. You're right, Bob. You'd said it before Riley came on that there were a lot of players that had good games. You had a good game here tonight. And when you can spread that wealth and you're not relying on one line or a couple of players to carry the load, that bodes incredibly well for things down the road when you can see other players step up and have really good games here.
Yeah, it was a poised professional performance on the road, and I love those. You get the flash and dash and 6-3, 6-4 wins, but sometimes you needed to win a game 3-1. Tonight they needed to win that way, and they did. It was good. Good stuff, and they're going to be stepping up in weight class when they play Minnesota. It's going to be a different animal, to say the least, coming up on Saturday afternoon.
That's what the Oilers have to deal with. It's the last game of the road trip. They get a victory here tonight, 3-1 over the Bruins. So the Oilers have 3 wins and a loss so far on this road trip. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Quinn Hutson, first NHL goal. Connor McDavid, the goal scorers for Edmonton. Pavel Zacha had the goal for Boston. Nugent-Hopkins and McDavid each with 1-1 in this game. Tristan Jarry started the game, played incredibly well, but got injured at some point late in the second period, went off during the break, didn't come back. Calvin Pickard went the rest of the way, and he was perfect. So both goaltenders combining to help the Oilers get this win. 3-1 over the Bruins as the Oilers improve to 17-12-6. Bruins drop to 20-15. Our Rogers postgame show is coming up next.
Exclusive live interviews, expert analysis, and game highlights. This is the Rogers postgame show. Once again, here's Bob Stauffer on the Oilers Radio Network.
To Jones, he's in the right wing corner. Hutson comes in as well. Puck comes out to Jones. He'll step out and shot. Saves Raymond. Rebound. Scores! Quinn Hutson gets his first goal in the NHL.
Wow. And goal scorer's goal tonight from Quinn Hutson. No question about it. And the Edmonton Oilers skated away with that was the 2-1 goal, and that was the goal that kind of put the Oilers in a little bit of control in this hockey game. And then McDavid, we'll hear from that a little bit later on. Just a fantastic goal to put this game out of reach. But that's the highlight zone for Century Casino. 3 great locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, next to the Edmonton International Airport at Century Mile. Welcome to the Winter Zone. This is the Rogers postgame show on the Oilers Radio Network. Points.
Is your current power provider costing you time and money? Equus offers rural Alberta businesses reliable service and potential cost savings. As a member-owned cooperative, we reinvest in our communities and prioritize keeping your business powered. We're faster with new connections, and our smart grid means quicker outage responses. Don't settle for less. Power your growth with a co-op that puts you first. Choose community. Choose Equus. Become a member today at equs.ca.
When it comes to time out with friends, don't gamble on a good time. Go with the sure thing. Century Casino. 3 locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Century Casino is home to live entertainment, delectable dining, the iconic Selly Sports Bar and Lounge, and much more. Plus, the thrill of live horse racing and casino action. Plan your visit now at cnty.com. Century Casino. Come for the action, stay for the fun. Must be 18 plus. Please play responsibly.
This is the Rogers postgame show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Right wing, Pasternak centering pass off a Nurse's stick. May have glanced off the crossbar. And Nugent Hopkins through the middle to McDavid. Shorthanded breakaway in. Scores! Connor McDavid! A shorthanded breakaway. And the Oilers are up 3-1.
And that ended up being our Alberta Blue Cross Travel Insurance Goal game. Health, dental, travel, we got the coverage you need. Visit ab.bluecross.ca and Springboard Inside the Game analyst Rob Brown. Rob, your assessment on what we saw tonight.
Well, I thought the Oilers played well. I thought that they got contributions, obviously, from their best players. Leon was good. Connor was good. Hyman was excellent in this hockey game. But I also thought the other players really stepped up. I thought you talked about it. Jones was good in this game. He was noticeable. Quinn Hutson obviously scores his first goal and turns out, I believe, to be the game winner. And then Stillman and Stasny, both very good in this hockey game.
Stasny's a player. I'll tell you that right. He's a player.
And Stillman came in and looked comfortable too. There were no big mistakes in this hockey game by any of the players that would be called outs, or, fringe players or lower on the depth chart players. I think, to me, the star of this game was Calvin Pickard. He comes in with 3 minutes to go in the second period, and the Bruins pushed. I mean, they fell behind. They had to open it up. And Pickard made 3 or 4 big saves then and a couple in the third period. It has not been a great year for Calvin Pickard. And he comes in a moment where the new goaltender goes down, and Calvin Pickard, who's trying to keep his spot with his team, was excellent in this hockey game. But the Oilers got the saves they needed. Their power play scored them a goal. They got the shorthanded goal. It was a game that the Oilers were just the better team in just about every part of the game. And it was a team. I know that you and Mooner talked about it. This was a team win. And this is what I liked about this game, is there was contributions, and not just goals and assists, but contributions by allowing players to play later in games. You saw Jones out there late in the game playing with Leon. You saw Hudson and Jones have a shift with Leon. Frederick got more ice time than he had. So it was a game that I think the Oilers would be pretty happy with the way it all turned out when it could have gone sideways, losing Jari.
All right. I have no idea what Stan's going to do here, okay, because we have a roster freeze tomorrow. They can't risk. They're going to have another goalie here.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, you don't know if Jari's going to be ready to play.
That means one of Jones, I would think, one of Jones and or Hudson is going to have to go down.
To make room for a goalie up from the minors.
Yeah, because Lazar, well, I guess you could send Tomasek down. Yeah. He hasn't played.
Well, I mean, that makes the most sense. Now, I don't know if there's a gentleman's agreement with Tomashik, whether I don't know, because sometimes you have that. I'll come over, but I'm not.
It's hard not to give Hudson another opportunity. Like Rob, you can see it tonight. Quinn Hutson next season is going to be a middle six, second or third line right wing for the Edmonton Oilers. You can see it. He has the instincts. You've already seen the step forward, the quickness, and his pace and tempo. Right? Like he's smart.
He's got hockey IQ.
There you go.
You can always find players with high hockey IQ will always find a place to play in the National Hockey League. He has that. I mean, comes from a pretty strong hockey background with his two brothers that you were talking about earlier. He obviously is going to get another chance.
Yeah.
Jones looked good, but the problem with Jones is it's got to be consistent.
Yep.
But he has thrown 2 good games since he's come up. But this was a nice win for the Oilers, but it is a step up in weight class against Minnesota. But the Oilers are going in very, very confident and playing very, very well.
Rob, great stuff.
Sounds good, Bob.
The smart play of the game is brought to you by Catelli Smart Pass with all natural ingredients. It's a smart move for your next meal. Look for the all natural ingredients flag that it's on the box the next time you shop, and it's going to be Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Yes, he threaded the needle to McDavid on the shorthanded breakaway, but it was a play he made at the end of the game, 3-1 game, where he won a puck battle when the Oilers were shorthanded and was able to get the puck out of the zone and thwart the last opportunity the Bruins had on the power play. And it's that sort of play, just all that like guile. I know he's going to probably finish with 900 points in his NHL career, but he just touches so many different aspects of the game. This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
At home or in the workplace, WD-40's versatile and reliable multi-use formula ensures you get the job done right. Now with the all-new Smart Straw can, you've got two ways to spray. Flip the straw up to give yourself a precise spray, or simply snap it down for a wider spray if you need greater coverage. Plus, with the built-in applicator, you'll never worry about losing the straw again. WD-40, the trusted solution for DIYers and pros alike. Find out more at WD40.ca/smartstraw. Wherever Canadians raise a glass, you'll find Molson. There's a good reason for that. When you've been in Canada for over 230 years, you get around in the cups and fridges of Canadians, generation after generation. Molson has a beer for everyone. So raise a glass or cup or whatever you pour your Molson in, because it doesn't matter what it's in. It matters where it's from. Canadian, export, ultra, excel, Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Blue-collar work deserves big-dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is always growing. Right now, they're hiring heavy equipment technicians, EM servicemen, and maintenance supervisors. Apply if you're from here or across the country. Even if you're from the Rock, they want to talk. Visit heavymetalequipment.ca to find your new career. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
You're tuned in to the Rogers Postgame Show on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 880 CHAD, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
Let's go to the Pizza 73 out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Elsewhere in the league tonight, Montreal 4-1 over Chicago. Ottawa shuts out slumping Pittsburgh 4-0. Artur's Shilov's got the start in that game. LA Kings a 2-1 victory in Tampa. Tampa Bay played a man short. They ran out of bodies and Kucherov was sick. Washington 4-0 over the Toronto Maple Leafs, who are taking on some water. Minnesota 5-2 win in Columbus. Buffalo is doubling up. Philly 4-2 late third. Rangers in St. Louis tied at 1. They're scoreless after 1. Seattle and Calgary, and no score Dallas and San Jose. I'm just going to take a look in Seattle's lineup tonight, because there were some rumblings that there might be some moves being made. Oh, Marchman's playing tonight. But anyhow, bottom line, the Edmonton Oilers tonight found a way. And they played really well, to be honest with you. It was a fairly even game, but the Oilers managed the puck pretty well as the game wore on. And Chris Knobloch used a lot of different players, and the Oilers get the victory. The Edmonton Oil Kings, by the way, are on their Christmas break. The Bakersfield Condors are in Coachella Valley. We'll see if they're down a goaltender. That could be a possibility. We have a roster freeze from the 19th to the 27th. We should mention to you that Jack Rosselvik, who was the player of the month in the month of November for Edmonton, is closing in on return. He won't play Saturday, but he may play Sunday against Vegas. The Oilers get back-to-back. Oilers win in Boston 3-1. They're 3-1 on the road trip. This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Edmontonians, do you bleed orange and blue? Delve into the heart of everything Oilers with Oilers Now, only on 880 CHAD. Tune in weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. Bob Stauffer delivers the inside scoop with exclusive interviews, expert analysis, phenomenal guests, and a few surprises. Don't miss a second of the conversation. Discover the heartbeat of your Oilers on 880 CHAD, the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers.
During every Oilers game day, the Canadian Brewhouse is your hockey headquarters. Cheer on the blue and orange, surrounded by fans as passionate as you are, while sipping $1 off tankards of Molson Canadian and Coors Light. And that's not all. Every game day, you can enter to win Oilers home game tickets. So grab your crew, grab a seat, and make the Canadian Brewhouse your go-to spot this hockey season. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
All right, we're going to go to the Molson Cup 3 Stars, and it is presented to you by Molson, the official beer of the Edmonton Oilers. Whether it's Canadian Ultra, Export, or Excel, or is a Molson with your name on it, you must be of legal drinking age. Third star tonight, Calvin Pickard came in relief and made a total of 12 saves. Second star tonight with a goal and assist, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And the first star tonight on an 8-game heater, Connor McDavid with a goal and assist. He's got 10 goals and 22 points in his last 8 games. The Oilers have gone 5-2-1 during that stretch. Frankly, probably could have won the 2 games they lost. The Rogers post-game shows heard following each of our NHL broadcasts. Edmonton returns to action against the Minnesota Wild, who beat Edmonton 1-0 earlier in December when Edmonton really outshot Minnesota's that game wore on. For Camus, Jack Michaels, Rob Brown, Brendan Escott, Aidan Gannam, studio producers, Kellen Kennedy at the helm tonight, and Eamon Hashim and Doug Lane, our longtime engineer here in Boston. The Oilers have won 6 straight at the TD Garden. They beat the Bruins 3-1. So long, everybody.
The Rogers post-game show is heard following each of our NHL broadcasts. Portions of this exclusive broadcast are brought to you by Ford. Official.
And it's worked. They've gotten a little tougher, and they're scoring goals. Pavel Zacha tried to sneak one inside. That hopped off a skate and into the waiting arms of Jari. Bruins on the penalty kill this year. Middle of the pack. They're the most penalized team in the league. McDavid to Draisaitl on the right side. McDavid in front. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. 1-0 Edmonton power play goal. Nugent-Hopkins 8th. And the assist from McDavid and Draisaitl.
And breaks up the 2-on-1. And as a result, he's going to be the late guy on this entry into the offensive zone for Edmonton. Set up by Draisaitl. Quick hard pass down to McDavid, then bam. Late man, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, as you watch him just kind of navigate himself around the defender into the front of the net. It's Corrali, the forward, back in front of the net. And once he punches through, that's exactly what McDavid.
With a clear, it's funny, Edmonton has that gaudy record when they score first. Well, only Philadelphia has more wins than Boston's 9 when the opposition scores first. It's not been a death knell for the Bruins, and here's a bid for the equalizer, and indeed, Pavel Zacha puts it home on the backhand, and we're tied. Zacha's 9th is the equalizer, and one power play goal deserves another.
Move on the backhand side, it's McAvoy, enters his own little drop pass. And then coming up together on the line, nice little feed by Lindholm through to Zacha upstairs, up over the glove. I mean, that's a perfect move. Good entry into the zone, and that pass had to be sharp onto the tape of Zacha streaking through. He corrals it, one little fake to the backhand, 1-1.
McDavid, challenged, gets around mid to the net. Drag move, a shot to save made by Swayman. Rebound available and tugged away. Kusnedinov. Lead pass right side for Pavel Zacha. Kusnedinov crowding Jari with a short side bid that stopped. Flipped down low by Stastny. Max Jones to Draisaitl. And now Hutson in the mix. Jones freed up. Shoots and a save made. Rebound. Score! Quinn Hutson, his first in the National Hockey League. And Edmonton takes a 2-1 lead. Hutson, in his 4th NHL game, pushes Edmonton out in front.
And he showed it here on this one, too. Down low as he comes in, corrals this puck. Little poke, little toe drag here as he takes it. Wins that battle, and then Draisaitl. Jones gets this puck to the net, and he just funnels himself there looking for a rebound. That's been multiple shifts in a row for Edmonton where they've been around Swayman, picks up the garbage, little hesitation. Look at this. Good battle against McAvoy to get in there with the stick. And Jones with that shot mentality. Rebound.
Over to Soderstrom, who whistles it in deep. Pickard turned it over to Pasternak in front. One-timer save, Pickard. Pasternak tried to center, deflected off the top of the net. And the rebound. Nugent-Hopkins looking to spring McDavid. He does. It's a breakaway. And on Slavin, he scores. Connor McDavid, the shorthanded goal. And Edmonton extends to a 3-1 lead on the captain's 21st.
It's Pasternak that brings this one through off the stick of Nurse, off the bar. It looks like Nugent Hopkins with a nice little chip, and then he hesitates just long enough for that lane to open up to put it right onto the tape with the streaky McDavid. He has been so good in alone on goaltenders as of late. It's almost money once he has the puck on his stick.
Savoy crowding. Asimon. Now it's Middlestat. Backdoor and a sliding stop made by Pickard on Mason Lowrise. Second unit out for Boston. And here's a steal by Draisaitl. He was kind of lying in wait at center ice. And now Hutson tried to center. There's Jones. A backhander to save made by Swayman. Fed along. Zadorov out of the reach of Lindholm. Then a quick sharp angle pass. Geeky. One-timer Zadorov and a save. Pickard rebound. Oilers ended up getting the game-tying goal, and then Draisaitl won it in overtime. Bouchard, one-timer, Draisaitl save it. Rebound, another stop on Hyman, and Swayman's got it. And now a rocket up to Hyman. He's going to get another chance. Wade spins, a backhander fought off by Swayman. Corrali knows it's over. And Calvin Pickard is able to indeed close the game out. A perfect 12 for 12 in relief of the injured Tristan Jarry. Pasternak tried to center, deflected off the top of the net. And the rebound. Nugent Hopkins looking to spring McDavid. He does. It's a breakaway. In on Swayman. He scores. Connor McDavid, the shorthanded goal. And Edmonton extends to a 3-1 lead on the captain's 21st.
It's Pasternak that brings this one through off the stick of Nurse, off the bar. It looks like Nugent Hopkins with a nice little chip, and then he hesitates just long enough for that lane to open up to put it right onto the tape with the streaky McDavid. He has been so good in alone on goaltenders as of late. It's almost money once he has the puck on his stick. Little
flip down low by Stastny. Max Jones to Draisaitl. And now Hutson in the mix. Jones freed up, shoots, and a save made. Rebound, score! Quinn Hutson, his first of the National Hockey League. And Edmonton takes a 2-1 lead. Hutson, in his fourth NHL game, pushes Edmonton out in front.
And he showed it here on this one too. Down low as he comes in, corrals this puck, little poke, little toe drag here as he takes it, wins that battle, and then Draisaitl. Jones gets this puck to the net, and he just funnels himself there looking for a rebound. That's been multiple shifts in a row for Edmonton where they've been around Swayman, picks up the garbage, little hesitation. Look at this. Good battle against McAvoy to get in there with the stick, and Jones with that shot mentality. Rebound.
Bruins on the penalty kill this year. Middle of the pack. They're the most penalized team in the league. McDavid to Draisaitl on the right side. McDavid in front. Score! Ryan Nugent Hopkins. 1-0 Edmonton power play goal. Nugent Hopkins 8th. And the assist from McDavid and Draisaitl.
And breaks up the 2-on-1. And as a result, he's going to be the late guy on this entry into the offensive zone for Edmonton. Set up by Draisaitl. Quick hard pass down to McDavid, then bam. Late man, Ryan Nugent Hopkins, as you watch him just kind of navigate himself around the defender into the front of the net. It's Corrali, the forward, back in front of the net. And once he punches through, that's exactly what McDavid.
Trent Frederick is set to take on his former club for the first time since being acquired during last season's trade deadline as the Oilers road trip continues here in Boston. They take on a Bruins squad that is 16-7 since October 28th after what was a slow 4-7 start to the season.
Yeah, I think kind of what you said. They're a hardworking group. It seems like they're playing well for the new coach here. It seems like everyone's kind of firing all cylinders. It's good to see Geeks is an absolute threat out there and scoring. It's good to see.
I think they've been finding ways to score a lot of goals. I think maybe that's in the
past, that last year anyways, that probably wasn't scoring as many goals they'd like to. This year has been much different, and they're getting contributions obviously from their first line, with a lot of it with Geekie and Pasternak, but also throughout the rest of their lineup. So when we looked at how they scored, we're going to have to be ready for that. But and then I think they've always been known to play pretty good defensively, and so it doesn't you don't get your opportunities easily.
The Bruins remain the only team in the NHL without an overtime or shootout loss this season, but do lead the league in penalties taken. Should that trend continue here tonight, they'll be playing with fire, as the Oilers power play went 3 for 4 Tuesday in Pittsburgh and is operating at a 42.9% clip since November 29th.
Yeah, that's the way that we always have success. Is you have set plays and you have set positions and stuff, and but when things break down, that's usually when we take advantage. And I think if anything, we can still put more pucks on net and then kind of play off those rebounds and just find the open guy and make the play that's available.
And we will see some lineup changes tonight, as the aforementioned Frederic will shift to center and pivot the fourth line with Jones and Hutson on his wings. The top nine remains intact, while defenseman Alec Regula is not available due to illness. So in comes Riley Stillman for his Oilers debut. Tonight will mark game 164 of his NHL career. Meanwhile, Spencer Stastny, he slides up to the second pair with Darnell Nurse, as Nurse and the Oilers have won each of their last 5 visits to Boston. Of course, a trend they hope continues tonight in search of victory number 17 on the season. For Oilers TV, I'm Tony Burr.